Mamaruka's Pizza Shop, WVU Medicine, Uniontown Hospital, Ted Silva and Son Auto and Fender Repair, Napa Auto Parts, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, Jimmy John's in Uniontown, Ford of Uniontown, Shop and Save, M&R Transit, Potter's Bar and Grill, Sisson Pre-Owned, the Radcliffe Law Firm, the Sprouse Insurance Group and Agent David Hughes, NovaCare Rehabilitation, Stewart Collision, the C. Harper Auto Group, Hollowwood Heating, South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer, General Dentist Dr. Edward Wheatek, Russ Blay, your local Allstate Insurance Agent, Zebly Mahalovan and White, Uniontown Business and Bankruptcy Attorneys, SWGI in Uniontown, United Bank, the Mariscotti Insurance Agency, Armstrong, Peachin's Pharmacy inside the downtown Connellsville Peachin Market, the Centers for Rehab Services and Physical Therapist Jim Burns, Attorney Melinda Delarose, and by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Now stay tuned for the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show here on WMBS and on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
From Graham Sabota Field here at Greater Latrobe High School, it's time for WPIAL High School Baseball playoff action. It's a 4A quarterfinal round matchup tonight. The number 4 seed, the North Catholic Trojans, 14-7 overall, 8-2 out of Section 1 and 4A. Matt Diesel, the head coach of the Trojans. Scott DeBerry in his 8th year as the head coach of the Mustangs, but Scotty not here today. We hope he's doing all right. Mike Smith will be the interim head coach for the Mustangs today. They're the number 5 seed, 14-5 overall, 9-3 out of Section 3 and 4A. Brian Morozak alongside Tona Hanola, Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios, and Jerry Dupay behind the camera with our live video feed. Our pregame show being brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They'll get you ready for the game. They're located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. Our live video stream today, courtesy of Sisson Pre-Owned and Potter's Bar and Grill. And Tony, both of these teams picked up convincing playoff wins in the first round of the WPIAL playoffs. Laurel Highlands down Beaver 5-0 at W&J. Joe Campbell and Nick Kumar combined on a shutout for the Mustangs. Campbell has not yielded a run now in his last 4 starts. North Catholic defeated Elizabeth Forward 7-1. Freshman Justin Stupka was stellar for the Trojans once again on the mound. He's now 5-0 on the season with a 0.78 ERA. He's worked 27 innings, giving up only 3 runs while striking out 43 and walking only 8 batters all season long.
Well, and you're going to see him on the mound here tonight, so the Mustangs are going to have their hands full. Looks like a pretty nice-looking sophomore. As you said, pitched a 6-inning game against EF and only gave up 4 hits through 91 pitches. So the Mustangs are going to have to be on their toes here tonight.
The winner today will take on either number 1 seed Montour or the 9th seed Quaker Valley. As of now, the game is scheduled for 3 o'clock tomorrow at Fox Chapel High School. It was originally scheduled for 2 o'clock at West Mifflin. But the way things have been changing here, Tony, we were scheduled to be at Franklin Regional tonight, then getting moved here to Greater Latrobe. Game time getting changed with the weather in the area. You never know.
Well, I can tell you, Brian, I was here all day, and it rained here solidly for about 2 hours. I didn't think there was any way they were going to play. But then once you mentioned that they moved the game to Latrobe, it makes a lot of sense because of the turf. But I can't imagine that the field at Haymaker Field would have been ready to play at all in any circumstance.
Laurel Highlands certainly familiar with this complex. They rallied in the 7th inning for a victory on a chilly night in late April.
Chilly was an understatement, to be honest with you, but the Mustangs have been playing pretty well. They're 7-1 in their last 8 games, whereas North Catholic are 4-4 coming in. So Mustangs have been playing extremely well, and be interesting to see what they can do here today. Even though North Catholic is seated just 1 seed higher than they are, I think they got a pretty good shot at this game today.
North Catholic was actually 8-0 in conference play, but they got swept in their final conference series against Highlands, but Stupka did not pitch either one of those 2 games. They had to play another conference series right before that earlier in the week against Knock, and they used Stupka in one of the games against the Knights. Should be a fun one here tonight. Winner advances to the WPIAL semis tomorrow, and we'll talk to Laurel Highlands interim head coach Mike Smith when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
Going on now with C. Harper Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months and 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 cash rate equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Residency restrictions apply. While supplies last. Sale ends June 1st, 2021. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
There's leave my heart open right. It's gonna be alright.
Filing for bankruptcy is not something that anyone wants to do. Good people sometimes run into hard times.
and they need help. Hi, I'm Dan White with the law offices of Zebley, Mahalev & White, and I'm here to help. If you're faced with insurmountable debt and are out of options and you need help, give our office a call today. Allow us to help you understand your rights and options under the law. Filing bankruptcy is not the end of the road, and if you're struggling with debt, it very well could be a new beginning. So stop worrying and take action. Give our office a call today at 724-439-9200 or click on zeblaw.com for more information. Zebley, Mahalev & White, local attorneys helping local people. Let us help you fix your life.
Zebley, Mahalev and White. It's gonna be all right.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowell's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowellsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Dinner's great. It's one of your top 3 favorite meals. You just don't want to have to make it. Well, with Jimmy John's, you don't have to. Whether you live in a sandwich delivery zone or head into the store, you can always get a freaky fresh sandwich. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
Freaky fast, freaky good. Order online at jimmyjohns.com or call 724-437-6800 for delivery or curbside pickup. Jimmy John's, next to Walnut Hill. Shop and save.
Accidents can happen at any time. At Stewart Collision Service in Uniontown, we are here to repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition. Have dents? Stewart Collision Service does paintless dent repair. Need a touch-up or full body paint job? Our water-based paint system gives the best match for your color. So give us a call at 724-437-9381 or stop by 73 East Fayette Street for all your collision needs. We work with all insurances. Stewart Collision supports our local high school sports team and wish you the best this season. That's Stewart Collision Service, 73 East Fayette Street in Uniontown, 724-437-9381.
It's the grand opening of the new Players Club Restaurant, Hotspot, and Ballroom. New owners Joe and Kim invite you to come celebrate this Sunday starting at 1 p.m. There's a car and bike show with no entry fees, free hamburgers and hot dogs, so bring the kids. Check out their beautiful new deck, hotspot, and ballroom that's perfect for a wedding or party. Plus great food, including pizza and soft-serve ice cream. The grand opening of Players Club Restaurant, Hotspot, and Ballroom, formerly vendors, Connellsville and Lincoln Street. Sunday starting at 1 p.m.
WPIAL High School Baseball Playoff action on WMBS tonight. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs taking on North Catholic. The game being played at Greater Latrobe High School. And joining us now is Laurel Highlands Assistant Athletic Director and Assistant Baseball Coach Mike Smith. And Smitty, your Mustangs certainly took care of business in the first round of the WPIAL playoffs, a 5-0 shutout win over the Beaver Bobcats, and you got a combined shutout from Joey Chambers and Nick Kumar on the mound.
Yeah, we came out, I think both teams were kind of a little bit playing close to the vest at first, but when you have somebody like Joe on the mound and can keep us in a game until our bats get going, that's a big plus. And hopefully today Joe's going to go again, and hopefully we can do the same thing.
Certainly another big week. If you defeat North Catholic today, you'll play back-to-back and play in the semis tomorrow at West Mifflin High School. But looking at this North Catholic team, 14-7 overall, 8-2 in the conference. In fact, their only 2 conference losses came at the end of the season when they were swept by Highlands.
Yeah, we scouted them. We tried to get a little bit of information on them. They're a pretty solid team. They're going to put some pressure on us on the bases. They hit the ball well. Like I said, though, if we do what we do, I think we'll be okay. They're pretty much like us record-wise, and I think it'll be a pretty good matchup.
They threw a freshman at Justin Stumpka against Elizabeth Ford in the first round. He's 5-0 on the season, has only yielded 3 earned runs all season long.
Yeah, I think we faced some pretty good pitchers in our conference this year, and him coming out, we scouted him a little bit, and we got some information on him. I don't think he's too overpowering, but he is around the plate, and he will take care of business if you let him. So, like I said, hopefully we can jump out early and get on top.
You're certainly well prepared. You played a tough non-conference schedule, and the run you had 2 years ago should certainly have you prepared for another deep postseason run this year.
Yeah, we try to schedule some bigger schools non-conference just to get us prepared and get us ready for this. And, we don't have a lot of experience from our team in 2019. Obviously, Nick and Zach Koffler were the 2 that were on that team. But these kids are resilient. Coach Dewey would say all year long, these kids battle, and that's basically what you need when you get to this point.
And to be without your head coach tonight, Scott DeBerry, we hope he's feeling better and back at the ballpark soon.
Yeah, he's right there with me. I talked to him plenty this weekend, and I'm sure I'll talk to him. I already talked to him this morning, and I'm sure I'll talk to him leading up to game time. But like I said in the past interviews with you, Coach DeBerry has prepared this team since last August, and what we do now is basically what he would do, and nothing different. So these kids are ready to go because of Scott, and hopefully we can move on, and he'll be back with us soon.
That's Laurel Highlands Assistant Athletic Director and Acting Head Coach tonight, Mike Smith. Again, the Mustangs taking on North Catholic, WPIAL 4A quarterfinal round action tonight from Greater Latrobe High School, and we'll set the batting lineup for the Mustangs and the defense for North Catholic when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes. Did you know that colorectal cancer is the second leading cancer killer in America, or that it can be prevented by removing polyps during a 30-minute colonoscopy? At SWGI, our board-certified gastroenterologists, Drs. Ruth Hart Calabrese Hoppy and I, encourage you to consider a screening colonoscopy. Call 724-437-7677 or visit swgispecialists.com.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Go to Ford of Uniontown and trade me in.
Is your car trying to tell you something? With summer right around the corner and trade-in values so high and new inventory so low, why not trade it in for a certified pre-owned at Ford of Uniontown? And for your peace of mind, all of our gold certified go through a 172-point checkover. They come standard with a 7-year, 100,000-mile comprehensive warranty. And all of our blue certified come with a 139-point checkover and a 3-month or 4,000-mile powertrain warranty. With over 70 pre-owned units ready to go and financing as low as $299 for 60 months, why not listen to your car and take advantage of a great selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford of Uniontown, top of the hill across from Applebee's. 724-425-5980 or FordofUniontown.com. Must qualify with Ford Motor Credit.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Back here at Graham Sabota Field, Brian Morozak along with Tony Hanula. The Mustangs to bat first here in the top half of the first inning since Laurel Highlands is the number 5 seed, and Tony has their batting lineup.
All right, leading off for the Mustangs today will be center fielder Caden Early. Batting second will be second baseman Ty Sankovic. Batting third will be shortstop Nick Kumar. Batting cleanup today will be the catcher, Alex McLean. Batting fifth will be first baseman Zach Koffler. Batting sixth will be Braden O'Brien. The DH today for Jake Fleesar, who will be starting out in right field. Batting seventh will be left fielder Carson D'Amico. Batting eighth will be pitcher Joe Chambers. And batting ninth in the lineup for the Mustangs will be Braden McKnight, the third baseman.
Defensively for North Catholic, it's Ryan Shantz out in left, Sean Dewey in center, and Tommy Schaffel in right. Around the horn, it's Drew Doherty at third, Tommy Caroli playing shortstop. Nate Higgins is the second baseman, and Rocky Kopak is playing first. Tyler Primrose, the catcher. As we told you, Justin Stupka on the mound for North Catholic. Only a freshman, 5-0 record. It's his 6th appearance. Has worked 27 innings, given up 15 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. Struck out 43, walked 8, and sporting a very impressive, Tony, 0.78 ERA.
Yeah, and he's going to be a formidable foe here tonight, but looking at the numbers for Joe Chambers, he's coming in with pretty good numbers himself, Brian. Comes in at 5-1 overall.
Actually, those are updated now, Tony. He's 6-1.
6-1.
Yeah, this will be his 10th appearance, 1.80 ERA. He's worked 31 2/3, given up 17 hits, 10 runs, 8 of them earned, struck out 47, and walked 10 so far this season. So as you said, Chambers has been impressive. What's even more impressive, Tony, he has yet to yield a run over his last 4 starts.
Yeah, that's extremely impressive. And he's had the hot hand, and the Mustangs come in with 2 good pitchers in Nick Kumar and Chambers. But right now, Chambers throwing the ball really well for the Mustangs, and he really does deserve to start here today for the Mustangs.
We're back with the first pitch right after this. Laurel Highlands and North Catholic here on WMBS and on the Triple I High School Sports Network.
I'm attorney Bill Martin of Radcliffe Law, and I've handled all sorts of workplace accident cases over the past 10 years. When you're hurt at work, your employer's main goal is to get you back to work. But you may not be physically ready to return. If you find yourself in a similar situation, call our workers' compensation team at Radcliffe Law at 724-439-3939. We'll meet with you and answer your questions at no cost. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer wishes the best of luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs this season and in the playoffs. During these uncertain times, a lot of hard work goes into a successful season, and that includes the cooperation of players, coaches, and their families. South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer commends all of those whose hard work has gone into making this a successful season. Like our local teams, Robert Schiffbauer is working hard to make life better for the residents of South Union Township. Good luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs from South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer.
It's the grand opening of the new Players Club Restaurant, Hotspot, and Ballroom. New owners Joe and Kim invite you to come celebrate this Sunday starting at 1 p.m. There's a car and bike show with no entry fees, free hamburgers and hot dogs, so bring the kids. Check out their beautiful new deck, hotspot, and ballroom that's perfect for a wedding or party. Plus great food, including pizza and soft-serve ice cream. The grand opening of Players Club Restaurant, Hotspot, and Ballroom, formerly Vendors, Connellsville and Lincoln Street. Sunday starting at 1 p.m.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Brian Morozak and Tony Hanula back here at Graham Sabota Field at Greater Latrobe High School. Just about set to go. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the North Catholic Trojans. And Tony already getting some scores in from other games around the WPIAL in 4A. Newcastle and West Mifflin got underway at 4:30 at Norwin High School. That game in the top of the 7th inning. Newcastle, who was seeded 7th, up 4-2 over West Mifflin. Again, that game in the top of the 7th inning. Blackhawk taking on Highlands as well. That game underway from Fox Chapel High School in Montour, and Quaker Valley also playing at Fox Chapel. Today we'll try to pass along some of those finals as the afternoon and evening progress here at Greater Latrobe High School. Already had one upset here earlier in a single-A game. Greensburg Central Catholic, who was seeded 2nd in 1A, lost to Riverview by a score of 6-2. Riverview is the number 7 seed.
Well, and that's the thing, Brian. You have to play flawless baseball. You're going to see the best pitchers you're going to see all year long in the playoffs, and sometimes it just doesn't go your way. And it's kind of interesting, too, because really Greensburg Central Catholic didn't have to travel far to get here, but just a good win for Riverview.
Talking to some of our colleagues, Alex Lyons and Ashley Chase from the Triple I High School Sports Network, they mentioned that Greensburg Central Catholic did not throw their ace in that game. They were actually saving their ace for tomorrow. Well, tomorrow is not going to come.
Tomorrow is not going to come. That's right, and you got to play for today. You worry about tomorrow. You got to get there first.
The Mustangs decked out in their away blues with red numbers and gray pants here today. The Trojans in their home whites, both shirts and pants, with red numbers and a little bit of black trim. North Catholic occupying the home dugout here on the first base side. Laurel Highlands in the away dugout on the third base side. Again, Mike Smith, the acting head coach for the Mustangs here today, and we certainly wish Scott DeBerry the best. We know he's watching back in southwestern Pennsylvania in the Uniontown area tonight.
Yeah, and it's tough, especially when your head coach has to miss a playoff game, and I'm sure Scotty did not want to miss the game, but obviously had to get some things taken care of, and don't worry, Smitty will do a good job in his absence.
Jimmy Burns will be coaching first for the Mustangs here today, with Mike Smith coaching third. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout. Be back with the first pitch right after this. Laurel Highlands and North Catholic here on WMBS and on the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer wishes the best of luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs this season and in the playoffs. During these uncertain times, a lot of hard work goes into a successful season, and that includes the cooperation of players, coaches, and their families. South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer commends all of those whose hard work has gone into making this a successful season. Like our local teams, Robert Schiffbauer is working hard to make life better for the residents of South Union Township. Good luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs from South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer.
Back here at Graham Sabota Field, just about set to go. The lefty, only a freshman, Tony, Justin Stupka on the mound for North Catholic.
Well, and we'll see what he has. Obviously, Brian, he's had an impact on this team, no doubt. And I was looking at his numbers as well. He's also hitting .421 with 1 home run and 5 RBIs. So he does well on both sides of the plate, actually on the mound and with a bat in his hand. So it's going to be interesting to see. And, you know, lefties always give high school teams tough because they don't see a whole lot of lefties throughout the year. So I'm sure that kind of gives him a little bit of an advantage here, too.
You have to think Stupka has a very bright future as well, only being a freshman.
Well, and they've got a pretty young team. I looked at their stats. I mean, they've got 4 seniors, but as you look at this starting lineup, you're starting a couple of sophomores, you're starting 4 freshmen. So they're going to be a formidable foe here for the next couple of years.
It'll be a lefty versus lefty matchup here early on. Caden Early batting from the left side, the junior center fielder batting .388. With 8 RBIs, facing Justin Stupka, has yielded only 3 runs all season long. Stupka's first pitch to Early, a fastball high and inside, almost took Early's head off there.
That was one that got away for sure. Early, I'm sure, was not expecting that right up around his chin for the first pitch of the game.
Count 1-0. Now the 1-0 here to Caden Early. That one missing high and inside is one other fastball from Stupka. And plenty of room out here in the outfield, Tony. We saw that back in late April as well when the Mustangs played the Greater Latrobe Wildcats.
Yes, we did, Brian. And what we also saw, too, was these pitchers had a tough time adjusting to this mound.
2-0 pitch, swing and a miss there from Early, takes us to 2-1.
With the synthetic turf, it doesn't give as much, and it's kind of tough to get adjusted to. So I think right now, Stupka's just trying to find exactly where he needs to land for his rhythm.
Now the 2-1 pitch on the way, and Early sends it foul there on the left side to take the count to 2-2. Of course, they have the Arnold Palmer Fieldhouse here, which was constructed about 7 years ago. What a great complex here at Greater Latrobe High School.
Yeah, and actually, nothing against Murraysville, but a little bit closer for us here. So
2-2 pitch, and Early lets it go by for strike 3. So a backwards K in your books. Caden Early goes down for the first outs here in the top half of the first inning. That'll bring up the sophomore second baseman Ty Sankovic, who's batting .400 with 10 RBIs. He's certainly been productive throughout the course of the season for Laurel Highlands.
Sankovic has been hitting extremely well the last few games.
The first pitch misses there for ball 1. Count 1-0. And you mentioned Laurel Highlands playing their last game on an artificial surface. North Catholic played on natural grass against Elizabeth Forward back last Wednesday. Count now even at 1-1 as Stupka finds the strike zone. So the Mustangs playing back-to-back games on the artificial surface since they played down at Washington and Jefferson in their first-round win over Beaver. 1-1 pitch in there for another strike. Stupka looking impressive early on. Now the count 1-2 to the sophomore Ty Sankovic.
Well, you can see right now he's just finding his rhythm. Working relatively quickly, too.
Another lefty versus lefty matchup, and a swing and a miss, strike 3, and down goes Sankovic. So back-to-back strikeouts to start this game for Justin Stupka. And 2 up, 2 down here in the top half of the first inning with Nick Kumar coming to the plate. Nick now batting .511 with 3 homers and 21 RBIs. In fact, Nick homered here at Greater Latrobe High School back on April the 29th.
Right. That was a night when the wind was blowing out, and right now just calm conditions here for this game.
First pitch to Nick. He fouls it off. Count goes to 0-1. And I have to thank our video stream sponsors here today, Sisson Pre-Owned and Potter's Bar and Grill.
And you're right, Brian, a lot of alleys And especially with this artificial turf, this ball rolls quickly. So you hit something in the alley, you got a chance for a triple without a problem.
0-1 pitch, other one fouled off there by Nick Kumar. Takes the count to 0-2. Mustangs trying to put one in play. After Early and Sankovic both struck outs. Just underway, top of the first, North Catholic and Laurel Highlands scoreless. Nice to have you along with us. Some Monday late afternoon, early evening playoff baseball, and the 0-2 pitch hit high in the air. It'll be the second baseman Nate Higgins getting underneath it, and he'll make the grab for the third out of the inning. So the Mustangs retired 1-2-3 here in the top of the first. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Scoreless here on the CR Piranha Group High School Sports Today.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair. Currently in their 57th year of providing quality, reliable service to the community, Ted Silva & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They will gladly blueprint your vehicle for repair, and they will work with your insurance company. With a paint booth that utilizes the environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Silva & Son not only cares for our community and our children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it is the goal of Ted Silva & Son to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way possible. Family owned and operated for 57 years. Call 724-437-2351 for Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair, LLC. Proud to sponsor local high school sports.
North Catholic coming to bat here in the bottom of the first inning. Scoreless, Laurel Highlands and the North Catholic Trojans will set the Trojans batting lineup, leading off the center fielder, number 6, sophomore Sean Dewey. Batting second, the second baseman, Nate Higgins. Batting third and playing third base, number 26, Drew Doherty. In a cleanup spot and catching, number 12, Tyler Primrose. Batting fifth and playing first base, number 43, Rocky Kopak. Batting sixth and playing shortstop, number 11, Tommy Caroli. Batting seventh and pitching, Justin Stupka. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, Brady Alexander. And batting ninth in right field, Tommy Schaffel.
And defensively for the Mustangs, we'll go around the infield from third to first. Playing third base will be Braden McKnight. Shortstop today will be Nick Kumar. Playing second base will be Ty Sankovic. First baseman will be Zach Koffler. Left field, Carson D'Amico. In center will be Caden Early. Right field will be Jake Fleshar. Behind the dish will be Alex McLean. And Joe Chambers getting the start today for the Mustangs.
It'll be Sean Dewey to lead things off. The sophomore center fielder batting .204 with 10 RBIs for Matt Diesel's squad. Again, North Catholic, the number 4 seed, only 2 conference losses all season long, came in their final conference series against the Highlands Golden Rams. The first pitch from Chambers to Dewey in there for a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, and they played some good teams, Brian. As you said, they played Franklin Regional, Norwin, Pine Richland. So they played some extremely good competition outside of their conference.
0-1 pitch, low and outside, evens things up at 1-1. Our good buddy John Guth checking in, watching the game on his big screen at home. Sent us a little picture.
Nice.
Said he can have a drink and watch the game at home. Appreciate you watching, Johnny.
Behave, it's a Monday night. You got a long week ahead, Johnny.
1-1 pitch on the way. That one just missed, very close to strike 2, but it's going to be 2-1. Now to Joey Chambers. From Joey Chambers to Sean Dewey.
And North Catholic likes to run, Brian. They have 70 stolen bases as a team. Dewey himself, 13. So you get him on base, and you got a feeling he's going to try to run.
Off-speed pitch there from Chambers. Dewey checked. They're going to peel down to third, and the call is that Dewey did not go around, so the count at 3-1. That was close.
It was extremely close, actually. They changed it. I thought they rung him up on that one. So 2-2 now.
They're going to correct it now to 2-2. Now the 2-2 pitch from Chambers. Fastball. It was not caught, though. It got away from McLean's going to have to make the throw. It's going to be a close play and not in time. So it goes in the books as a strikeout, but Dewey gets on board.
And as you said, Brian, get the leadoff runner on. And this team likes to run, so let's see what Dewey does.
And Dewey, great speed, especially on this synthetic surface, would allow him to advance. You hate to give up a base runner that way. You work a strikeout off of the leadoff batter, but Dewey getting aboard anyways. And now Nate Higgins coming to the plate, the senior second baseman, batting .250 with 8 RBIs, and that'll send Chambers back to the stretch. So he'll glance over his shoulder. First pitch here to Higgins. This is low for ball 1.
Yeah, didn't miss by much. And some decent room behind home plate, so anything get past the catcher here, you know that Dewey's going to make it to second base easily.
Mustangs got out of some jams against Beaver early on in their first-round win down at Washington and Jefferson. Beaver stranded 1 runner in the first inning, 2 in the second, 2 in the third. Ended up with 8 stranded for the game, as once again, Chambers checking Dewey, who's back safely. It's a 1-0 count to Nate Higgins.
Dewey does not have an extremely large lead, maybe about 3 steps.
And showing bunt, pulling back, throw down to first. I'm going to say safe. Dewey got back underneath the tag. That pitch missed, so the count now at 2-0.
Dewey barely got back, and I think if it was Brian, he tried to dive back head first and kind of got stuck on the turf. And had to roll over, really. As we said, you can get some brush burns off of this stuff. There's no doubt about it.
Another check.
And you
keeping
can
their eyes on Dewey.
Well, and you can see that Laurel Highlands has gotten a scouting report on this North Catholic team. 70 stolen bases as a team. I mean, that's pretty impressive in 21 games.
Counts 2-0 to Nate Higgins. The pitch from Chambers took a little bit off of it, but the pitch still missed for ball 3. Now 3-0 to Nate Higgins as we work here in the bottom of the first inning. Scoreless, Laurel Highlands and North Catholic from Graham Sabota Field.
Now Chambers has been extremely well with his control, only walking 8 guys so far this year.
Yeah, coming in actually 47 strikeouts to 10 walks, including the last game against Beaver. But still very impressive. It was a 5-to-1 strikeout to walks ratio. 3-0 pitch right down the pipe as Higgins was taking all the way. Takes the count to 3-1.
Yeah, and just kind of surprised here too. I would not be surprised if Dewey doesn't take off on this pitch. It's going to be a hitter's pitch at 3-1, so Chambers has to bring it. Don't be surprised if he takes off on the pitch.
Chambers taking his time. 3-1, runner holding position, and the pitch misses for ball 4, and that'll put runners on first and second here for North Catholic with nobody out in a scoreless game here in the bottom of the first inning.
And McLean going to go out and have a word with Chambers. Probably 1 to set the defense, 2 to calm him down a little bit.
Again, did work the strikeout to Dewey, but the ball got past Alex McLean, and they couldn't make the throw down to Zach Koffler at first in time, allowing Dewey to get on base, and now Higgins walking, giving North Catholic a pair of base runners with nobody out here in the bottom of the first, and Drew Doherty coming to the plate.
That was the 17th walk on the year to Higgins. So the guy knows how to get on base for sure.
And Doherty, a pretty good average as well, 357 with 12 RBIs. The sophomore playing playing third base for North Catholic today. The first pitch to Doherty in there for a strike 0-1. Joe going to try to work some strikes now.
Kind of interesting, the Mustang defense. You got Koffler at first, who's creeping in on the synthetic grass, thinking that Doherty's going to drop down a bunt here.
Now the 0-1 on the way. Doherty a lefty, and Joe's just going to walk off the mound and look back at Dewey over at second.
Well, you definitely want to keep McKnight on third to try to cut down that lead runner, so Koffler's going to be charging as well as Chambers if Doherty does square around the bunt.
0-1 pitch breaking ball, missed low and inside, evens things up at 1-1. And this game was originally scheduled to be played in Murraysville, got moved to the synthetic surface due to some rainy conditions throughout the course of the day. Now the 1-1 pitch on the way, and this ball grounded over to third. McKnight makes the throw over to Sankovic to retire Higgins on the fielder's choice, goes 5-4. So Doherty safe at first, and Dewey gets down to third.
Yeah, and really would have been a tough double play to even turn. Sankovic got the throw, but Doherty showed some pretty good speed getting down the line. I don't think they would have turned it even if Sankovic would have handled it cleanly.
Now 2 on with 1 out, and Tyler Primrose, the junior catcher, coming to the plate. Primrose batting .340 on the season with 2 homers and 17 RBIs. So big spot here for the Mustangs. You'd love to work a strikeout of Primrose in this situation. First pitch from Chambers, breaking ball missing, runner going down to second. No throw there from Alex McLean. Wind starting to pick up a little bit here as well, Tom.
Yeah, that's the last thing we want to see in Latrobe. We saw that a couple weeks ago. We don't need any wind up here.
Much colder, though, that night. Temperatures were down in the 30s, probably in the upper 60s right now.
Yeah, a little bit different. I won't need a blanket from anybody today, I hope not.
1-0 pitch, another breaking ball in there for a strike, evens things up at 1-1. Did they get you that extra large blanket yet from Amy's quote room?
No, yeah, they're working on it.
Okay.
Though. Yep, they're working on it.
That's good to hear. He'll be ready for next high school football season.
Yeah, we got to get you one. We got to get you a WMBS one.
1-1 pitch on the way, and there for another strike, 1-2. And Chambers loves to work that breaking ball, Tone.
Well, you know what? Right now he's kind of getting a little bit of a rhythm too, Brian. And I think the big difference here is he's still working from the stretch, but with runners on second and third, go to the windup, settle yourself down, and maybe get a little more velocity too.
We saw fastballs from Stupka in the top of the first.
Yeah, that's what we mentioned during the break. I don't think he threw one off-speed pitch.
1-2 pitch. Joe back with the fastball. Missed a little high. Evens up the count at 2-2.
It wasn't too high right there.
Again, we're positioned right down the first base lines. We don't have the best view of home plate. Don't have quite the look we had down at Washington and Jefferson the other day. 2-2 on the way. Another breaking ball, and this one sent foul. Actually hit one of the buses.
Yeah, but that's a North Catholic bus. That's okay. That means my taxpayer dollars won't go up if it hit the Laurel Highlands bus. So
count remains 2-2.
Let it hit that North Catholic bus.
Pitch on the way. Another breaking ball, missed low and outside.
You know, it's kind of funny. I was just going to say that. I said I was going to say that I would not be surprised to see Chambers try to nibble on that outside corner with the breaking pitch, and he just missed right there. That was an extremely good pitch.
They're full now at 3-2.
Now, do you go heat or do you throw off speed on him?
He's liked the off-speed pitches for his strikeout ball all year. Comes back with a breaking ball and got Primrose to chase. They have to make the throw down to first to record the out, but the runners hold position for North Catholic. Dewey down at third and Doherty at first. So now 2 away here in the bottom half of the first inning as the Mustangs try to work themselves out of another jam. And I'll bring up the first baseman, Rocky Kopak. Kopak, the senior first baseman, batting .316 with 12 RBIs on the season.
Yeah, one number that I don't know if it's impressive or not, but he's been hit by a pitch 7 times so far this year. So the
big guy, tough to miss.
Big fella's not going to move too much. I'm sure he's going to take one for the team if he gets a little chin music on the inside.
Joe finds the strike zone, a fastball on the first pitch to Kopak. So the count 0-1. Now Joe's 0-1 pitch to Kopak. Comes back with a heater again, finds the strike zone, and just like that, it's 0-2. Let's bet on a breaking ball here.
You know what? At this point, if I'm him, I would throw a fastball on the inside corner right on his hands because he's not going to get to it.
0-2 pitch comes back with a breaking ball, and it's hit right on a line, right at Brady McKnight, the third baseman, who makes the grab for the third out of the inning. So North Catholic strands 2 again. The Mustangs get out of a jam here in the bottom of the first inning. We're scoreless after 1 here in the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Day.
General Dentist Dr. Edward L. Wietek Jr. treats children, teens, and adults of all ages. Dr. Wietek performs all phases of general dentistry, including crowns and bridges, partials, full dentures, comprehensive orthodontics, root canals, bonded white fillings, dental implants to replace missing teeth and to stabilize loose-fitting dentures, and comprehensive exams and cleanings. Dr. Wietek is also your place to go for full mouth reconstruction if you've put off going to the dentist for too long. Visit Dr. Wietek online at www.myuniontowndentist.com to view the Smile Gallery and see some of his patients' before and after photos. See what over 35 years of experience and a practice committed to learning the latest techniques can do for you or your family. Dr. Wietek's office is located on the National Pike, 1 mile west of the mall on Route 40. Call him up at 724-439-1616. That's 724-439-1616 for Dr. Edward L. Wietek, Jr.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowls Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowlsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Back here at Graham-Sabota Field, scoreless as we head to the top of the second inning. Alex McLean, Zach Koffler, and Braden O'Brien do up. First pitch swinging from McLean, fouls it off. The count at 0-1. Already one final in from 4A. Blackhawk, the number 3 seed, Downing Highlands. So pencil Blackhawk into the semifinal round. Again, at last check, Newcastle was a 4-2 over West Mifflin. That would be a 7-2. Waiting to get a final on that game. Montour and Quaker Valley got underway at 5:30 at Fox Chapel. Again, the winner of this game between Laurel Highlands and North Catholic will play either Montour or Quaker Valley in the semifinal round, currently scheduled for 3 o'clock tomorrow at Fox Chapel.
Well, I think that's supposed to be pretty clear, though, tomorrow.
They shouldn't have to worry about too much inclement weather, as that pitch missing there to Alex McLean. They have the count, yes, at 2-1 now.
Right.
From Stupka to McLean. And the Mustangs were retired 1-2-3 in that top half of the first inning, including 2 strikeouts. And there's a chopper. Could be a tough play here from Doherty over a third. A little one-hopper and able to grab it there, Rocky Kopak. So you put the bat on the ball, as Alex McLean did, and a tough ground ball there from Doherty. And it wasn't a great throw over to first, and McLean able to beat it out after a wide throw that Kopak wouldn't hang on to.
Well, it was an extremely nice play by Doherty. Backhanded it, fielded it cleanly, but just couldn't make the throw, and that's a long throw from over there at third. He was basically up against the foul line.
C.J. Guest, the courtesy runner. How are you scoring that, Tom?
You got to give an E5.
Okay. Zach Koffler now will come to the plate. The first error we've had for North Catholic in this game. Koffler batting .282. Senior first baseman, a homer and 12 RBIs.
Well, and Gesk has some speed at first. Now, do you think Koffler's going to drop down a bunt? I would say not at this point.
First pitch to Koffler, and he'll chop it foul on the left side. You have Stupka now operating from the stretch, has a clean look over at Gesk at first base.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see what kind of move he has. Gesk does not have a very big lead, being held on there by Kopak. Maybe about a 4-step lead.
Newcastle did defeat West Mifflin 6-3. So it'll be Newcastle and Blackhawk in one semifinal round game. They don't have a site or time for that one tomorrow. Again, waiting for the other side of the bracket. Montour and Quaker Valley, a 5:30 start in this game, getting underway at 6:30. Swing and a miss there from Koffler. Count now at 0-2.
And I think what you have here is you have the umpire just coming out, trying to give the catcher a little bit of time. It looks like Primrose might have caught one off his hand. So I think what the umpire's doing, just going out and trying to get him a little time to shake that off. It looked like he was caught pretty good there.
Wind picking up, shaking our tent a little bit.
Yep. Just glad to be under a tent.
Oh, for sure. Hoping it stays dry the rest of the night. 0-2 pitch on the way, missing high and outside. Takes the count now to 1-2. Nobody out as we work here in the top of the second inning. Laurel Highlands and North Catholic scoreless. C.J. Gesk on first for the Mustangs. The courtesy runner for Alex McLean, who got on via throwing error from Drew Doherty. Now the 1-2 to Zach Koffler, and that pitch is in there for strike 3. Fastball right at the knees. Third strikeout of the game for Justin Stupka. That's his 46th strikeout of the season, and the first out recorded here in the top of the second inning.
Third strikeout of the game, Brian, but that's the second one looking, and that was a pretty good pitch. Koffler thought it was on the inside, but it was a nice pitch there by Stupka.
Now Brady O'Brien at the plate. First pitch swinging, sends it in a right field. Gesk will hold it second. Now he's going to go to third, started late, throw down to third, and it gets away from the third baseman, Drew Doherty. Boy, the Mustangs catch a break there as Gesk, for whatever reason, held it second and then decided to run down to third at the last minute. He would have been out by a mile if Doherty would have held out on the baseball, and also allowed O'Brien to get down to second.
No doubt. And the way that ball was hit, it got out there pretty quickly. But the right fielder, Shoffley, playing pretty deep, Brian, and didn't look like he had an extremely strong arm. I was kind of surprised the Guest just didn't take off and continue running. I wasn't looking at Smitty over there at third base coaching, but I got to imagine he was probably giving him the go sign.
Now Carson D'Amico at the plate takes the first pitch for ball one against Scott DeBerry, the Mustangs' normal head coach, coaches third, but Coach DeBerry not here today. So Mike Smith, assistant coach and assistant athletic director, coaching third. Jim Burns coaching first today. 1-0 pitch on the way, misses low. Now 2-0 to Carson D'Amico. So a big spot here for the Mustangs. Runners on second and third, scoreless game, 1 out, top of the second inning. Quarterfinal round action from Greater Latrobe High School.
Yeah, and right now you got Doherty covering the line at third. There's a pretty big hole on the left side of the infield right now.
Kopak coming in at first, too. Pitching there for a strike to D'Amico. Takes the count to 2-1. D'Amico's had some big hits this season. Again, coming in with a .353 average and 10 RBIs. has been a timely hitter for the Mustangs.
If he can pull one down the left field line, you're going to score 2 runs easily.
2-1 pitch on the way. D'Amico rips one deep to left. Chance gets under it, makes the catch. Tagging from third is Guest. Throw coming in and sliding into home safely is C.J. Guest. So a sac fly RBI for Carson D'Amico, and the Mustangs score the game's first run as C.J. Guest scores, and it's 1-0 Laurel Highlands here in the top of the second.
And as you said, fortunate that Guest could get the third there, and that was a big run. And for the Mustangs to jump out early, it's a good start for them.
Now Joe Chambers coming to the plate. He's the 5th Mustang to bat here in the top of the second inning. Chambers batting .262, 11 RBIs on the season for the Mustangs junior pitcher. And the winner of today's game will also be guaranteed at least 2 additional games. The semifinal round, even if you lose in the semis, you'd play in a PIAA play-in game, either June 1st or 2nd. Those have traditionally been held at Ross Memorial Field at Washington and Jefferson. Swing gonna miss there from Chambers as he falls behind 0-1.
Well, I think the way they have this set up, you've got June 1st and 2nd for the championships.
Correct, and the consolations are also held on the 1st and the 2nd, but played at W&J instead of Wild Things Park.
Well, we're hoping that we're going to be at Wild Things Park.
For sure.
And not at the consolation game.
Well, first you hope you get by North Catholic here today if you're a Mustang fan.
This would be true, yep. As you said, you saw that in the first game with Greensburg Central Catholic holding their ace. You got to play for today.
A 1 pitch on the way in there for another strike, 0-2 down to Joe Chambers. It's so important for Laurel Highlands to strike first as they did here in the top of the second inning and take an early lead. You're still with Braden O'Brien in scoring position at second base with Chambers at the plate. Now the 0-2 here from Stupka. On the way, and Chambers pops this one up down the first base line on the run. Tommy Schaffel unable to catch up to it. Goes into foul territory. Count remains 0-2.
Yeah, well out of play there. Good piece of hitting, though, by Chambers to protect. Braden O'Brien with a decent lead at second. Shortstop Caroli kind of playing behind him, but not really worried about him.
And this is a well-hit ball into right center now from Chambers, and making the catch is Shoffley for the 3rd out of the inning, but the Mustangs do score a run on the sac fly RBI from Carson D'Amico, driving in the courtesy runner C.J. Guest. Going to go to the bottom of the second with Laurel Highlands leading North Catholic 1-0 here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes. Did you know that colorectal cancer is the 2nd leading cancer killer in America, or that it can be prevented by removing polyps during a 30-minute colonoscopy? At SWGI, our board-certified gastroenterologists, Drs. Ruth Hart Calabrese Hoppy and I, encourage you to consider a screening colonoscopy. Call 724-437-7677 or visit swgispecialists.com.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Going on now at C. Harper Chevy Used. Our customers can drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevyEast.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 cash rate equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Residency restrictions apply. While supplies last. Sale ends June 1st, 2021. Call dealer for all other details at 724-668-2231.
Primrose, Tony Hinola back here at Graham Sabota Field, moving to the bottom of the second inning. Laurel Highlands now leading North Catholic by a score of 1-0.
Yeah, on that error proved costly in the top of the inning, Brian. Nice play by Doherty, just couldn't get the throw over, and the Mustangs able to capitalize.
North Catholic with Tommy Caroli leading off this bottom of the second inning. First pitch swinging there, grounder to short. Kumar throw over to first to Zach Koffler inside, and Caroli retired 6-3 for the first out of this bottom of the second inning.
Well, first pitch swinging, and nice job by Koffler there on the throw. Kumar's throw was in the artificial turf. I can't say it was in the dirt, but in the turf a little bit. Nice play by Koffler.
Wasn't in the grass either.
No. Nope. So nice play by Zach at first to get the out.
That'll bring up Justin Stupko, the pitcher, and he'll foul the first pitch back. Sophomore batting .421, has homered once and driven in 5 runs so far this season.
Yeah, an impressive player for North Catholic, and he's going to be around for another 3 years after this. So I'm sure you'll be reading about him a lot.
Now the 0-1 on the way. Breaking ball in there for a strike. And you wonder where Stupko's from, Tony. Of course, North Catholic being a private school, they can bring him in from anywhere.
Yeah, we don't know that.
We've seen some California basketball players end up at North Catholic in the past. Another breaking ball swing and a miss from Stupka. So 3 pitches from Joe Chambers, and Justin Stupka strikes out. 3rd strikeout of the game for Chambers. He now has an even 50 strikeouts on the season.
Yeah, we've seen people from further away than that.
Yes, we have. Now Brady Alexander at the plate, freshman DH, batting .235 with a homer and 12 RBIs. Chambers a fastball, misses low for ball 1.
Yeah, Chambers threw 20 pitches in that first inning, and if he can get out of here with less than 10, that's a good inning for him. Keep him in the game a little bit longer.
They'd love to have Nick Kumar available to start tomorrow if the Mustangs are fortunate enough to win this one here today. Again, with a back-to-back setup, have to use multiple pitchers. The Mustangs might be facing the top seed in Montour tomorrow. 1-1 now on the way. Fastball misses low. Count now 2-1. Chambers to Alexander.
And we'll give a shout out to our friend Sam Frazee. Brian texted me earlier and said he was looking forward to listening to the game with us. So thanks for listening there, Sammy.
Sam's son played at Laurel Highlands a couple of years back. Another good pitch from Chambers for a strike. Evens up the count at 2-2.
We'll throw out a couple more. We got to give Pete Grove. He watches on Facebook all the time, so thanks for watching, Petey, and Myron Nypover, who listens all the time.
2-2, and that one a hard ground ball to Kumar. It's short, wide throw. Koffler can't come up with it. So Nick hurried that one a little bit too quickly over to first. I think it has to go E6 there, Tom.
Yeah, you do. You got to give it in there. Koffler tried to save that one, but couldn't do it. Nicky did rush it a little bit. Alexander showed pretty good speed, but still, good throw would have had him.
Had an error on the North Catholic side from Doherty that ended up producing a run, unearned run, at the top of the 2nd inning. Mustangs now have to take care of business and make sure that Alexander doesn't get around. And now Shoffley, the freshman right fielder at the plate, batting only .138 with 3 RBIs.
And again, another freshman. And I have North Catholic with 2 errors, Brian, because I gave an error to the first baseman on that throw that should have got guessed.
About that, yep.
Yeah, so you got 2 errors for them in that inning.
Next pitch misses there to Shoffley. Chambers now looking to settle down. Get out of the inning with no damage done. North Catholic stranded 2 in the bottom of the 1st inning. 1-0 here to the lefty, Shoffley. Just inside, count now 2-0.
Yeah, I think Joe thought that was a pretty good pitch. I think he was looking to see where that one was at. Shoffley pretty much on top of the plate here.
And crowding it.
Yes,
over
sir.
To first. Back safely again, Alexander.
Alexander is a DH. Not a lot of stolen bases for him this year.
Now the 2-0 here to Shoffley. Fastball. Missed the low again, 3-0.
Yeah, and that pitch was a little bit low. Joe's looking for it, but he's just missing by a hair. And you don't want to walk this guy and get to the top of the order.
Chambers, another throw over to first. Back safely. Once again is Alexander. If the Mustangs would be fortunate enough to win here today and play Montour tomorrow, there is some recent history between those 2 schools. They're in the same conference. The last time we played spring baseball back in 2019. 3-0 pitch. High and outside for ball 4. Now 2 on. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. And the leadoff hitter, Sean Dewey, coming to the plate.
And that's a 2nd walk on the day by Chambers. And Dewey struck out his first time up and got on a pass ball.
North Catholic without a hit so far.
Right.
Dewey came in with a .204 average and 10 RBIs.
Without a hit, but they've been able to work through the order here. We're only in the 2nd inning.
Breaking ball, missing low and outside to Dewey, 1-0. Looked like he had the 3rd out of the inning on a ground ball there from Alexander. Now a little life here for North Catholic.
You just hope that they're not able to capitalize on that error by Nick.
Now the 1-0 on the way. Fastball down the pipe for a strike. 1-1 now. Chambers to Dewey. As we work here in the bottom of the second inning, Laurel Highlands a 1-0 lead over North Catholic.
Yeah, and funny, Brian, he retired the first 2 hitters on 4 pitches. Now he's up to 15 here for this inning.
Now the 1-1, Chambers to Dewey. And Dewey, a well-hit ball here into right center field. It's Fleshar over to make the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. So for the 2nd straight inning, North Catholic strands 2 will go to the top of the 3rd, 1-0. Laurel Highlands over North Catholic here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Day.
With the rest of the world, Peachin Pharmacy is following the developments of the COVID-19 pandemic. Your safety is a priority at Peachin Pharmacy. For prescriptions, you have many options. Peachin's offers free delivery, free mail, and curbside pickup. If you come into the store, Peachin's follows all of the CDC and state safety recommendations. As always, if you have concerns about your medications, call 724-626-9600 or visit Peachin Pharmacy inside the Peachin Market in Connellsville or online at peachinpharmacy.com.
Filing for bankruptcy is not something that anyone wants to do. Good people sometimes run into hard times, and they need help. Hi, I'm Dan White with the law offices of Zebley, Mahalev & White, and I'm here to help. If you're faced with insurmountable debt and are out of options and you need help, give our office a call today. Allow us to help you understand your rights and options under the law. Filing bankruptcy is not the end of the road, and if you're struggling with debt, it very well could be a new beginning. So stop worrying and take action. Give our office a call today at 724-439-9200 or click on zeblaw.com for more information. Zebley, Mahalev & White, local attorneys helping local people. Let us help you fix your life.
Moving out of the top of the 3rd inning, Braden McKnight leading off for the Mustangs. Just like that, a quick 2-0 count from Stupka to McKnight, who came into the game with a .277 average. Mustang junior 3rd baseman with 6 RBIs.
Now looking to start this inning out, bring up the top of the order.
And McKnight sending that one foul down the first baseline.
Interesting, yeah. Telling the outfielders to leave it. They're just trying to speed up play here, which makes sense.
And plenty of room out there.
Yeah.
Now Stupka's next pitch here to Braden McKnight. The 2-1. McKnight fouls this one off on the left side.
Yeah, so now Stupka able to work his way back and even to count at 2-2. As you said, McKnight came in the game, the junior, .277 average, no home runs, 6 RBIs on the season.
The 2-2 pitch.
Stupka took a little too much time there for McKnight, so he called timeout. Stupka, 3 strikeouts today, no walks. I think that's the first breaking pitch we'd seen, Brian, right there.
Misses for ball 3.
Yeah.
Takes us full to 3-2 now.
So interesting. We've gone 2 innings, and I think that was the first breaking pitch we saw.
That one misses high and outside for ball 4. So Stupka, a rare walk, came into the game 43 strikeouts to 8 walks on the season, and ends up walking McKnight here to lead off the top half of the 3rd inning.
And here comes Caden Early. And Early swung a good bat so far this year, too, although he struck out the first time up looking.
Back-to-back lefty versus lefty matchups here. Early and Sankovic. Early fouls out the first pitch on the left side. Count now 0-1.
And it's interesting. I think Stupka's a little bit different pitcher whenever he pitches out of the stretch.
Hasn't had to do that too much this season.
No.
0-1 pitch. And then for another strike, quickly 0-2 to Caden Early, who struck out looking first time up.
Tell you what, though, he works the corners. You could see he's just hitting spots right now. He's got a lot of talent for a freshman.
0-2 pitch on the way. Breaking ball, and Early sends this one high in the air down the 3rd baseline in foul territory. And able to catch up with it there, Ryan Shantz, who actually ran into the fence protecting the batting cages there on the left side.
Yeah, he almost had a face full of fence right there, too. There's not a whole lot of room there down that left field line. Tell you what, man, you'd knock yourself out over there.
The count remains 0-2. Now to Caden Early. Stupka's 0-2 pitch, another breaking ball, and early a little check swing, but it's going to go right to the second baseman, Nate Higgins, who's able to catch that fly ball from early and record the out for the first out of the inning.
Well, he knew the pitch was a strike. He really couldn't do much about it. Just try to throw his bat out there and maybe get a little bleeder. But nice job by Higgins, showing a little range there to get back to that pop fly.
We have Ty Sankovic now. He struck out swinging first time up. Takes ball one here from Stupka. Again, Brady McKnight on first. Leadoff walk here in the top of the third inning. Laurel Highlands on top 1-0.
Now, one thing we've seen over the past few games is Sankovic has been seeing a lot of outside pitches, and he's been able to take them the other way. He's done a fantastic job over about the last 5 or 6 games catching up to those outside pitches and taking them the other way. And there's a lot of room down that left field line. If he can do it, it's going to be like a little cue ball. He might be able to get a triple out of it.
Count now 1-1, and Stupka's 1-1 to Sankovic in there for strike 2. Count now 1-2.
I don't think Ty thought that one was a strike. That was outside corner is what it looked like from here. And again, if he can get that pitch and take it that way, the Mustangs might be in business.
Stupka's 1-2 here to Sankovic. Breaking ball missed low and outside. Good block there from the catcher Tyler Primrose. Count now even at 2-2. And as of now, the winner of this game will play at 3 o'clock tomorrow against the winner of Montour Quaker Valley at Fox Chapel High School. The way the WPIAL brackets have been, subject to change. Next pitch to Sankovic, and there for strike 3. So Sankovic goes down for the second time in this game. It's now 4 strikeouts for Stupka and 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. Now Nick Kumar coming to the plate.
Well, here's Coach Diesel getting their outfield set, actually moving them back a little bit for Nick.
Again, he homered here against Greater Latrobe in late April. Sent it over the right field wall.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, don't necessarily need a home run. We just need something in the gap here. Got a lot of room, man. You hit it to center field.
First pitch to Nick, misses for ball 1, count 1-0. Nick flew out to Nate Higgins, the second baseman, first time up. He came into the game with a .511 average, 3 homers and 21 RBIs on the season.
You got to figure, you got about 30 yards between a center fielder and the center field fence.
Big time cut there from Nick. Swing and a miss, evens up the count at 1-1. And Brady McKnight led off the inning with a walk. He's still at first. To put the wheels in motion at all with McKnight here, Tone.
I'm not so sure. You don't know what kind of arm Primrose has.
1-1, fouled off. Count now 1-2.
He looks like a pretty nice catcher. Don't know what kind of throwing arm he has, though. But you know what? Test it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. You'd have Kumar leading off the next
Correct.
inning. So
it's a 1-2 count here.
I wouldn't see a problem here running.
1-2 pitch, and there goes McKnight.
It's coming to us.
Popped up. Look out here. Coming right at us.
On the tent.
Yes. Goes right over the tent.
Where you been? Larry could have caught that. He didn't even make a move for it.
Well, he had our little score hub with him. So
he was knocked. He was blocked out by the tent. I'll give him that. He couldn't see it once it went up. So.
Again, have to thank Larry Kumar keeping our score hub here today.
I thought he'd try to make a play on it at least.
Now the 1-2. Stupka to Nick Kumar. Runner going again, and Nick sends this one high in the air. Might go to Nate Higgins again, who's getting underneath. The second baseman will make the catch for the third out of the inning. So the Mustangs strand Braden McKnight. Will go to the bottom of the third, 1-0. Laurel Highlands over North Catholic here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Going on now with CR for Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit cheharborchevy.com. Chevrolet. Find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 cash rate equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Residency restrictions apply. While supplies last. Sale ends June 1st, 2021. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases, but most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis.
We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation, and there are no fees until you receive money on your case.
If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Phone 724-437-2799.
Back here at Graham Sabota Field at Greater Latrobe High School, 1-0. Laurel Highlands still leading North Catholic. Mustangs lone run, a sac fly RBI from Carson D'Amico's 11th ribby of the season. Driving in, courtesy runner C.J. Gesk. And now North Catholic getting hitters 2, 3, and 4 at the plate. Higgins, Doherty, and Primrose. And first pitch swinging there from Higgins. Line drive into center field. And Caden Early there to make the grab for the first out of this bottom of the third inning as a low-flying plane getting ready to land at Arnold Palmer Regional Airport, which is about a mile away.
Well, it's either Florida, Myrtle Beach, or Las Vegas.
Yes.
Probably about this time.
No matter where
this
it's
is
coming
Florida.
from. No matter where it's coming from, they probably had fun.
Yes. They're coming from Florida about this time. Normally when the flight gets in.
Now Drew Doherty at the plate, batting from the left side. First pitch, little pitch out there from Chambers. Doherty grounded into a fielder's choice first time up. 1 out as we work here in the bottom of the third. 1-0 Laurel Highlands over North Catholic. 1-0 pitch. That one fouled off by Doherty. Evens up the count at 1-1.
Yeah, pretty nice cut there by Doherty. You can see he's got talent too, Brian. He's a sophomore. And as we said, North Catholic with only 4 seniors on this team, so they're going to be a force in 4A for the next couple years.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball high and outside. Takes us to 2-1.
Yeah, you know what? That pitch right there got away from him a little bit, maybe because it was a newer baseball, too. Might not be that rubbed down. Just kind of lost the handle on it.
2-1 pitch. And that one's popped foul on the left side. Over the fence and out of play. Buddy Mookie John checking in with us today as well. Of course, his nephew, Joe Chambers, the starting pitcher for the Mustangs.
Yeah, I didn't see his dad here. I'm sure Coach John's
he's
here
over
somewhere.
Yeah, he's over there. Actually, you can see him right there. And Mookie's here, too, just listening to us.
I do see him, yep.
Mookie's at the game with the headphones on. Count 2-2. From Chambers to Doherty. And Joe's pitch on the way. Fastball missed low. Takes us full to 3-2.
Didn't miss by much, though. Doherty with 11 bases on balls this year. Let's not make it 12.
Now the payoff pitch on the way. Chambers to Doherty. High and in tight for ball 4. And North Catholic has a base runner here in the bottom of the third inning.
Well, and Doherty, I'll have to look up his numbers here, Brian. I don't think he had a whole lot of stolen bases.
That's a rarity for anyone in the North Catholic lineup.
Yeah, I'm going to get to my charts here.
Tyler Primrose at the plate, batting .340 with 2 homers and 17 RBIs. Takes the first pitch high for ball 1. Junior catcher for North Catholic. As we said, has some pop in his bat. Did strike out swinging facing Joe Chambers. First time through the lineup. Joe, 3 strikeouts so far in this game. Has walked 3 batters. Now 50 strikeouts to 13 walks on the season. Breaking ball there, misses low and outside. Takes us to 2-0.
It's a nice save right there by McLean to keep that ball from going to the backstop. Doherty has 5 steals on the year, and he's got a pretty nice lead over there too, Brian. Let's see, Coach Diesel's going to call timeout to talk to Primrose. Here's Smitty coming out too. Sorry, I didn't see him coming out on the other side. Or Joe LaPresta, I'm sorry.
Joe LaPresta actually coming out there talking to Joe Chambers now. Mustang pitching coach. And North Catholic stranded 2 in both the first and second inning. First inning started with Dewey getting down to first after a passed ball. Higgins walked. Doherty grounded into a fielder's choice. Primrose struck out, and then Kopak popped up to Braden McKnight to end the inning. And with 2 outs in the second inning, Alexander got on via an air. Shoffley walked, and then Dewey flew out to Jake Flesher and right to end the inning.
And it looked like Coach LaPresta was talking to Chambers about where he's releasing the ball right now. Maybe just a little bit high.
2-0 pitch on the way. Fastball right down the pipe for a strike. Doherty jumping off of first a little bit. Now back on the bag.
I'll tell you what, though, McLean came out. He was ready to throw, no doubt about it. It would have been an interesting play if Doherty would have run.
Chambers again glances over his shoulder. Once again, we'll check first. And Doherty back safely.
Well, you got to keep him close. And as we said, especially on this turf, I mean, really, we've seen some guys jump back in and kind of get stuck there.
2-1 now on the way. Breaking ball in there for a strike. We're even at 2-2.
Yeah, it was a beautiful pitch right there. You can tell Primrose was sitting on the fastball. Chambers came back with the breaking pitch and caught the outside corner.
There aren't too many pitchers on the high school level who use that breaking ball as their out pitch. Chambers again checking Doherty over here at first.
He has extreme confidence in it. We've seen that earlier on. As you said, 3-2 count. And threw it against Primrose early on in that first inning.
2-2 on the way. Comes back with a breaking ball, sent foul. Right off the fence, protecting the North Catholic dugout. That's one of the only improvements I'd make here, Tony, is maybe putting some roofs over the dugouts, maybe a little press area here. Other than that, the complex is fantastic.
Well, you say press because you're biased. That's
of course.
But, I mean, I
2-2 on the way, swing and a miss, strike 3. That time he used the fastball. And got the second out of the inning as Primrose goes down swinging for the second time in this game. Now Rocky Kopak coming to the plate. But I do have to thank the athletic department here at Greater Latrobe. Provided table, provided chairs, provided power, provided a tent. Can't complain about that.
No.
Always take care of us every time we come up here.
And that's exactly who I was talking to, the future AD, Zach Hyde. He's going to be the AD starting in June, and actually a good friend of my son's. And I had to come up and say hi to him because that's what he said. He said, I should know you. I said, yeah, you stayed at my house before. They called a balk on Chambers.
Wow.
I'd like to see why. But must not have come set.
Two umpires talking about it. Chambers didn't think he had anything irregular with his motion there. And now Mike Smith coming out to question it as well.
Yeah, I'd like to know what he did as well. I didn't
notice anything irregular from our position.
No, I mean, he came set. I mean, you got to come set for a second, but still, it didn't look like he tried to quick pitch or anything like that. But obviously the first base umpire didn't see it that way.
Penguins hockey on the way next. Igvetti Melkin a goal for the Penguins, up 1-0 early. We'll get you out there as soon as this one wraps up.
Yeah, they need a huge win tonight, too.
That series tied at 2-2.
As you broadcasters would say, a pivotal Game 5 tonight.
Chambers now long looking here to Rocky Kopak. And that fastball, Kopak, well-hit ball to Flesher in right, makes the grab to end the inning. So North Catholic has stranded 5 through 3 innings. It's 1-0. Laurel Highlands over North Catholic here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Hi, I'm Russ Plaho, your local Allstate agent. The number 21 has always had a special meaning to me. When I was young, it meant reaching adulthood. As a lifelong Pirates fan, the number 21 meant one thing, the great Roberto Clemente. 3,000 hits, MVP, World Series hero. But more than that, a great humanitarian who will always be remembered for losing his life in a rescue mission to help those in need. And now, the number 21 represents my 21st anniversary as your local Allstate agent. I would like to think that, like Roberto, I know the importance of community involvement as well as helping neighbors. Over the past 21 years, my staff and I have committed ourselves to learning about our customer needs and personalizing protection for them. From bundling auto, home, and life insurance with ease to evaluating optional coverages based on their protection needs. Are you in good hands? Call me, Russ Plaho, at 724-439-9700, or stop by my office on Lebanon Avenue today for a free quote.
This is Gary Sisson from Sisson Pre-Owned. If you're looking for a great used car at a great price, give us a call at 724-438-2819, or visit us on the web at sissonpreowned.com. During these trying times, we are doing everything 100% online, from financing to virtual walkarounds and home delivery. Visit us on the web at sissonpreowned.com or give us a call, 724-438-2819.
Back here at Graham Sabota Field at Greater Latrobe High School, the Mustangs with Alex McLean, Zach Koffler, and Braden O'Brien due up here in the Top of the fourth inning. First pitch missing low and outside to Alex McLean. Justin Stupka, 49 pitches thrown through 3 innings. Joe Chambers has thrown 51 pitches through 3 innings. McLean, who's at the plate, got on via an error last time up. That pitch from Stupka in there for a strike. Laurel Highlands just 1 hit so far in the game. That was a Braden O'Brien single to right field back in the 2nd inning.
1 hit by either team. North Catholic yet to get a hit, Brian.
That one fouled off by McLean. Takes the count to 1-2. Another one bouncing off one of the buses here. We kind of expected a pitcher's duel, Tony. We mentioned Stupka coming in with a 0.78 ERA. And on the other side, Chambers has gone 4 straight starts without yielding a run. 1-2 pitch on the way, and this one popped up high in the air. The catcher Primrose trying to make a play on it, and he'll make the grab for the first out of the inning.
He did a nice job right there. That's an extremely difficult play for the catcher. Came back and got to the fence, and then that ball's always going to go back towards the field of play. He did a nice job getting underneath it and made a nice catch.
Now Zach Koffler coming to the plate. Koffler, one of 4 strikeout victims of Stupka back in the 2nd inning. Struck out looking. Senior came in with a .282 average, a homer, and 12 RBIs.
Yeah, and he's been hitting the ball pretty well here over the last few games for the Mustangs.
Stupka's first pitch to Koffler, high for ball 1. Again, the run that the Mustangs scored was an unearned run in the 2nd inning. So Stupka didn't have his ERA dinged at all.
Right.
1-0 pitch on the way. That one just missed, count of 2-0.
It's kind of interesting. He changes arm angles a lot.
Yes,
if you
he
watch
does.
him, I mean, he comes, over the top. He comes 3/4, maybe a little like almost sidearm to a point.
2-0 on the way, fouled off there by Koffler. Got out 2-1. Our colleague Gary Frankhauser checking in as well. Says he wishes he could be here tonight. He's watching us and watching the Pens at the same time. A lot of folks probably doing that tonight.
Yep. Best of both worlds.
Count 2-1 now. Stupka to Koffler. Pitch on the way. Another fastball high and inside. Takes us to 3-1. Mustangs looking for a base runner here in the top of the 4th. Leading 1-0.
Yeah, see that pitch right there, Brian. He dropped about 3/4 and lost it up high.
A 3-1 pitch on the way. That one low for ball 4. And for Stupka, just the 2nd walk he's issued in this game. Walked Braden McKnight to lead off the top of the 3rd inning.
Right.
Now Braden O'Brien coming to the plate.
O'Brien with the only hit of the game here so far.
Single to right field back in the 2nd inning.
Put courtesy runner Gesk in scoring position for Carson D'Amico to drive him in with that sac fly.
First pitch to O'Brien, misses for ball 1. We mentioned O'Brien has had some big hits for the Mustangs so far this season. Came in with that .333 average, driving in 12. Still has 2 years of eligibility after this year, only a sophomore. And O'Brien, swing and a miss there, big cut. Evens up the count at 1-1. Primrose alongside Tony Hanola, Jerry Dupay behind the camera, Larry Kumar helping us out with our score hub, and Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios.
No, we got a shoe repair. Koffler called timeout.
Our live video stream today, courtesy of Sisson Pre-Owned and Potter's Bar and Grill. I'm sure they have the game on tonight as well.
I would not doubt that.
1-1 pitch on the way, and this one sent high in the air. Shortstop Tommy Caroli getting under it, and he'll make the grab for the 2nd out of the inning.
Yeah. O'Brien kind of looked like he was trying to shoot that last pitch into right field. There was a big hole between 1st and 2nd. Just couldn't get it over there and just got underneath that one a little bit. He's going to be retired. Still going to leave Koffler at 1st.
Carson D'Amico coming to the plate. He's driven in the game's only run. Sac fly RBI back in the 2nd inning. And scored C.J. Guest, the courtesy runner for Alex McLean. Now they'll check Koffler over at 1st, who's probably not much of a threat to Steel Town.
Not much of a threat, and to be honest with you, it didn't look like Stupka was trying to put too much of a move on him either. Just trying to keep him close.
First pitch here to D'Amico. Misses for ball 1, 1-0. Again, for WPIAL playoff games, you can throw a maximum of 105 pitches in a given game.
Yeah.
Up 5 from the regular season.
I unofficially have him at 62.
1-0 pitch. This one popped in a foul territory. It's going to be over the fence and out of play.
Thought it was going to get to us. It's going to try to make a play, Brian.
No play for Rocky Kopak either. Evens up the count at 1-1.
And the Mustangs trying not to strand Koffler here.
1-1 pitch on the way. A little high and in sight. 2-1 now to Carson D'Amico.
This is an interesting game. I mean, definite pitcher's duel, and we're seeing a good high school baseball game right now.
Games I like to watch.
Yes, sir.
Runs at a premium. 2-1 on the way. Missed a little low. Now 3-1.
Yeah, he didn't miss by much there either, but you can see just on the outside corner. So now D'Amico trying to work himself a walk.
With Joe Chambers due up next. 3-1 pitch on the way. Low for ball 4. So 2 walks issued in this half inning from Justin Stupka. And again, he came into the game with only 8 walks issued so far this season. Has walked 3 Mustangs here today, and that'll bring up Joe Chambers.
Chambers a good year at the plate as well, Brian. 262, no home runs, 11 RBIs.
Big spot for him here with 2 on and 2 outs. Mustangs would love an insurance run at this juncture of the game.
Now the Mustangs are going to be able to get a little bit more lead too.
Chambers fouls off the first pitch. A little foul tip there. Takes the count to 0-1.
You got Kopak playing behind D'Amico. And Koffler out at second. He's able to get a decent lead as well. So if Chambers can get something in the outfield, Koffler might have a pretty good chance to score here.
You would think he's likely running in that situation. Might as well take the chance. 2 outs here in the inning.
Yeah, I would say so too.
Depending on where it's at. Count 0-1. Stupka to Chambers. Pitch on the way, and therefore a strike now 0-2. And now Joe has to protect the plate.
Yeah, kind of dug himself in a hole right there. That was a pretty good pitch. But hey, let's see if Stupka, we haven't seen a whole lot of breaking pitches tonight. Would not be surprised to see him go with one right here, though.
Trying to give Chambers a dose of his own medicine.
Exactly.
0-2 pitch on the way. It's a fastball in tight. A little low, too. Takes the count to 1-2.
He's trying to work that inside corner right there. And almost got Chambers.
Lights on at Graham Sabota Field. Top of the 4th inning. Mustangs a 1-0 lead over North Catholic. 1-2 pitch here. Stupka to Joe Chambers. Breaking ball, and Joe chops it foul, staying alive.
Wow. That looked like about a 50-mile-an-hour breaking pitch right there. I'm not so sure how Chambers stayed back and got a piece of it, to be honest with you.
He took a lot off of it.
Yes, he did. It was almost like a circle change, I would guess.
Now the 1-2 again. Comes back with a fastball. Chambers hits it high in the air to shallow right center field. Charging and getting from right field, Tommy Shoffley for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Mustangs strand 2 here in the top of the 4th. Head of the bottom of the 4th, still 1-0. Laurel Highlands over North Catholic here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Mom Maruka's Pizza Shop, located at 64 Barton Mill Road in Uniontown, is your prime place to enjoy local high school sports. Mom Maruka's is family-owned and operated where pride of ownership certainly shows. The Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, subs, and wings. Mom Maruka's is open Monday through Saturday, 4 to 10 for indoor-outdoor dining and takeout. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MomMarukaPizza.com for their menu.
Going on now with CR for Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarborChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 cash rate equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Residency restrictions apply. While supplies last. Sale ends June 1st, 2021. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
Back here at Graham Sabota Field, heading to the bottom of the 4th inning, a 1-0 lead for Laurel Highlands over North Catholic. North Catholic with Tommy Caroli, Justin Stupka, and Brady Alexander due up. And Laurel Highlands up 1-0 over North Catholic.
Corley grounded out the shortstop. Nick Kumar is last at bat.
Trying to get a Montour Quaker Valley score for you as well, since the winner of this game will take on either Montour or Quaker Valley. That game currently scheduled for Fox Chapel High School, 3 o'clock tomorrow. And the first pitch from Chambers, fastball in there for a strike to the freshman shortstop, Tommy Caroli. What's interesting, Tone, you have two freshmen playing probably two of the toughest positions on the North Catholic side. Caroli the shortstop and Stupka the pitcher.
Right. That's the thing, Brian, as you said. There's four freshmen batting all back-to-back here at the bottom of this order. Caroli, Stupka, Alexander, Shoffley.
Now the 0-2 on the way and going around, but again the ball hopping away there from McLean. Throw down to first to Koffler in time. So Joe Chambers getting the strikeout, is 5th of the game. The first out recorded here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Yeah, nice job by McLean there to step into foul territory, get himself a lane so that he didn't have to throw it over Caroli's head. It made the play a whole lot easier for him at first.
Now Stupka coming to the plate. He struck out swinging first time up. The first pitch here, a breaking ball from Chambers, and therefore a strike.
Tell you what, he's in this inning so far, he's got that breaking ball working.
Yes, he does.
Extremely well right now.
Back into the groove of things. 0-1 on the way. Fastball just missed a little low and outside. Evens things up at 1-1.
Probably had a little conversation with Coach LaPresta in between innings, but right now he's found a release point that he wants.
This
That's
one's fouled
our
out
way too.
Over our 10 again.
Souvenir time here.
Getting a lot our way here in the 4th inning. Count now 1-2 from Chambers to Stupka. Comes back with a fastball. Look out here. Right into the stands off to our right. Hopefully everybody's all right over there.
Yep. I don't know if it hit anybody or didn't hit anybody, but
that was a screamer.
Yes, it was.
Wow.
That parted the seas pretty quick right there.
Looks like everybody's all right over there, which is good to see.
A couple smiles there and everything, so that's good.
1-2 again. Breaking ball and a little nubber going right to Koffler at first. F3 for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, and I'm not exactly sure what happened. Hopefully it just hit the stands there, but yeah, woke some people up over there.
For sure. Montour leads Quaker Valley 6-4 heading to the top of the 7th inning.
Well, you know, when we looked at the predictions early on, it had the Trib, had Montour beating Blackhawk in 4A. Hopefully the Mustangs can make their predictions come untrue.
Again, the other semifinal all set. Newcastle and Blackhawk both winners. Newcastle down in West Mifflin 6-3, and Blackhawk able to take care of Highlands. They actually have 3 teams, if Montour wins, from the same conference, all heading in the semifinals. Montour, Newcastle, and Blackhawk.
Yeah, that'll tell you how good that conference was. And you can see why Blackhawk.
Even if Quaker Valley wins, they're in the conference too.
Yeah.
You had 5 qualifiers out of that conference. Beaver was the 5th team. You had Quaker Valley and Beaver tie for 4th place in the conference. They both got in.
Right.
Count out 2-1 here to Brady Alexander, who got on VNR last time up. 2-1 pitch, breaking ball in there for a strike, and we're even at 2-2.
Yeah, nice breaking pitch there. Took a little bit off of that pitch. And Alexander was kind of frozen right there.
Now the 2-2. Chambers to Alexander, comes back with a breaking ball swing, get a miss, strike 3. So 2 strikeouts here in the bottom of the 4th inning from Joe Chambers. We'll head to the 5th, still 1-0. Laurel Highlands over North Catholic here in the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Spring forward to home construction season. First Federal of Greene County's variety of construction and improvement loans puts you in charge of your dream home project. First Federal gives you all of the tools you need with construction loans, owner-builder loans, FHA Title I improvement loans, and home equity loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at firstfederalofgreene.com. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer wishes the best of luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs this season and in the playoffs. During these uncertain times, a lot of hard work goes into a successful season, and that includes the cooperation of players, coaches, and their families. South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer commends all of those whose hard work has gone into making this a successful season. Like our local teams, Robert Schiffbauer is working hard to make life better for the residents of South Union Township. Good luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs from South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer.
With the rest of the world, Peachin Pharmacy is following the developments of the COVID-19 pandemic. Your safety is a priority at Peachin Pharmacy. For prescription prescriptions, you have many options. Peachins offers free delivery, free mail, and curbside pickup. If you come into the store, Peachins follows all of the CDC and state safety recommendations. As always, if you have concerns about your medications, call 724-626-9600 or visit Peachin Pharmacy inside the Peachin Market in Connellsville or online at peachinpharmacy.com.
Braden McKnight takes the first pitch from Justin Stupka for strike one. Counted 0-1. McKnight walked last time up. Junior came into the game with a 277 average, now behind 0-2. Couple of good pitches there from Stupka, Tom.
Yeah, it looked like his velocity increased there on those last two pitches. He's got a lot of talent, Brian. Tell you what, a fine-looking freshman.
0-2, breaking ball swing and a miss, strike three. So quick out recorded here in the top of the fifth inning. Quaker Valley getting a run back in the top of the seventh. Now 6-5 Montour over Quaker Valley. Quaker Valley still at the plate at Fox Chapel tonight. Again, Quaker Valley, the number 9 seed. Montour, the top seed. Montour would still get 3 cracks at it in the bottom of the seventh if Quaker Valley would tie the game or take the lead in the top of the seventh, Montour being the home team in that one.
Right.
Again, the winner of this game will take on either Montour or Quaker Valley tomorrow. Game currently scheduled for Fox Chapel High School at 3 o'clock. And there's a rip into right field for Caden Early. So Early, a one-out single for Laurel Highlands, only the second hit of the game for the Mustangs.
Only second hit of the game for either team.
And now Ty Sankovic at the plate as the Mustangs look for an insurance run. Sankovic 0 for 2 today with a pair of strikeouts. Again, we're here in the top of the fifth. Laurel Highlands on top 1-0. First pitch to Sankovic, fouled off on the left side. Mustangs trying to create a little bit of that magic from their 2019 run, which saw them advance to the WPIAL title game in 5A, where they lost to Shaler. Made the state playoffs, losing to Cedar Cliff at Northern New York High School. 0-1 on the way, runner going. Pitch in there for a strike and no throw. And into second safely, Caden Early. To give Early a stolen base.
No throw, but I'm going to tell you something. He had a fantastic jump right there. He was moving before Stupke even started going to the plate.
There's no way Primrose would have had a shot at him.
No, there was no way. Great job by Early to get a great jump.
0-2 pitch, breaking ball swing and a missed strike three, but it hops away from Primrose. Tough throw over to first, close play, and beating it out is Sankovic.
Wow. Same thing that the Mustangs faced in the first inning. Now you get Sankovic on base via the strikeout, but again, pass ball. And now 2 runners on for the Mustangs.
Big spot here for North Catholic. And their head coach, Matt Diesel, trying to settle down the freshmen a little bit, bringing the whole infield in here. What's interesting, Tony, about North Catholic, you go back to the 2016 season, they were just a single-A school. Made the playoffs, lost to Swickley Academy in the first round, moved up to Double-A for the 2017 to 2018 seasons. In 2017, lost in the quarterfinal round to Sarah Catholic. Had a nice run in 2A in 2018. Ended up winning a WPIAL championship over Sarah Catholic and advanced to the state semifinals before losing to Rocky Grove. Missed the playoffs in 2019, going 5-12-1 in 3A, and now moving up to 4A here for the 2021 campaign.
Well, it's amazing how they have jumped around. And as you said, Brian, they do have some WPIAL titles to their credit. They were 3A champion 1995, and as you said, 2A champion 2005, 2007. So they've been bounced around, but always have a good baseball program, no doubt about that.
First time playing in 4A. They're in a battle here in the quarterfinal round with Laurel Highlands. Mustangs up 1-0 as we bat here in the top of the fifth. 1 out. Laurel Highlands 2 on with Nick Kumar at the plate. Nick 0 for 2 today. A couple of fly ball outs to the second baseman, Nate Higgins.
Well, Nate hasn't missed either one of those pitches by much.
Runner going here down to third. Pitch was high. Throw down to third. Not in time. Caden Early was safe by a mile.
And again,
also advancing down to second was Ty Sankovic. Did a double steal on. And now 2 in scoring position for the Mustangs.
I'll tell you what, again, he had a jump that was unreal.
They put a strike up on the scoreboard, but that pitch was... And now they're going to check it down. There should be a ball.
Yeah, it was definitely a ball. I mean, it was a ball that Primrose had a better chance at. They're going to intentionally walk him, too.
Intentionally walking Nick Kumar. And that will load up the bases. Again, just one out here in the top of the fifth. Laurel Highlands up 1-0. And Alex McLean at the plate. McLean got on via an error. His courtesy runner, C.J. Guest, scored the game's lone run back in the second inning. McLean popped up to the catcher, Tyler Primrose, back in the fourth. So big spot here with the bases loaded. McLean has driven in 15 runs for the Mustangs so far this season. First pitch, a fastball in there for a strike. Got to be aggressive, though, Tone, at this juncture of the game at the plate if you're Alex McLean.
Got to be aggressive. And interestingly enough, North Catholic not playing the infield in. Everybody's back at regular depth.
0-1 pitch on the way. That one was outside, and we're even at 1-1.
I mean, you would think that they might have the corners up a little bit, try for the double play in the middle of the infield, but right now everybody's kind of at normal depth. The only guy that's really on the grass, so to speak, is Kopak.
1-1 pitch. Catches the outside corner for a strike. It was close, and now they count at 1-2.
That might have been a little gift there, but right now you got to protect everything that's coming right now. And you got a feeling he's going to try to throw this off-speed pitch again, or maybe even drop down 3/4.
1-2 pitch on the way. Fastball misses low and outside. And we're even at 2-2.
Yeah, and he did. You can see he dropped down 3/4 there. Just missed on the outside. And that's what he kind of has a tendency to do, just miss a little bit when he drops down to that 3/4 position, Brian.
Count out 2-2. Stupka stepping off. Blow the game wide open right now here if you're Laurel Highlands with a gap shot.
Tell you what, gap shot or pull one down that left field line. That ball will run to the airport.
2-2 pitch again from Stupka to McLean. Missed for ball 3.
Full boat.
Yes.
Wow.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases loaded. Mustangs at the plate up 1-0 as we work here in the top of the fifth.
Tough situation here for the junior.
3-2 pitch from Stupka. And this ball sent foul on the left side. Went off one of the posts down the left field line.
Yeah, as I said, there's a lot of room down that left field line. Chance is playing well off the line. And if McLean can pull something down there, you're going to score 3 runs without a problem.
Here we go again. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. McLean at the plate. Stupka on the mound. 3-2 pitch to Alex McLean. Fastball, McLean. It gets through on the left side between Caroli and Doherty. Scoring on the play is early. The Mustangs go station to station. As holding up at third was Ty Sankovic.
Well, you'll take that. That was basically a manufactured run by the Mustangs, Brian. You had Early with a great jump on 2 steals, put himself in scoring position. A nice piece of hitting there by Early to take that 3-2 pitch and knock it into left field for an RBI single.
Oh, it was McLean with the RBI single, 16th of the year, scoring early on the play.
Right, I'm sorry.
And C.J. Guest now on to run again for Alex McLean with Zach Koffler at the plate. Swing and a miss. Big cut there from Zach. So now you have Sankovic on third, Kumar on second, McLean on first after the RBI single, and Laurel Highlands now on top 2-0.
Right.
Still just 1 out here in the top of the fifth. And Koffler fouling this one off. Move the count to 0-2.
Now, and by my count right now, I've got Stupka at 87 pitches.
And you can only go 105.
You can go 105, but I tell you what, he's throwing a lot of pitches here.
Mustangs making him work here in the top of the fifth. 0-2 to Koffler, breaking ball low and in the dirt. Hops away from the catcher. Primrose, runners going and scoring on the play. Sankovic to make it 3-0. Down to third, Nick Kumar into second, C.J. Guest.
Yeah, and that ball just bounced well in front of the plate. And actually, Stupka was late covering home. Primrose really didn't have a choice there. So Sankovic scores on the play.
Mustangs now up 3-0. Count 1-2 to Zach Koffler. Runners on second and third. Pitch a little high and inside. And now we're even at 2-2.
And you got situation here. You're right. Koffler with a base hit can break this game wide open for the Mustangs.
Mustangs trying to make another magical run here in 2021. 2-2. A little low, and we're full again at 3-2.
And nobody warming up for North Catholic, although I'm sure whoever they would bring in would just come in from the field.
Correct. 3-2 pitch now on the way. Koffler sends it foul, staying alive again.
Yeah, and kind of interesting now, Brian, because the North Catholic infield is in. pretty much on the green/dirt/grass or whatever you want to call it there. But everybody playing in now to try to cut this run down.
And the 3-2 pitch on the way, and Koffler pops this one up.
It's out of play.
In foul territory, and no play on it there for the Trojans.
Yeah.
The count remains 3-2. Koffler, the 6th Mustang to bat here in this top of the 5th inning, with Brady O'Brien due up next.
Yeah, Kopak made a try for it, but that ball was well out of play, and you could see it just tailing out.
Here's the 3-2 again to Zach Koffler. Fastball in there for strike 3. Got to swing the bat there if you're Zach Koffler. He strikes out for the 2nd time in this game.
Tell you what, though, that is a tough pitch to hit or do anything with right there. That pitch was on the inside corner. That was a beautiful pitch by Stupka to get Koffler right there. That was a big situation, but a great pitch.
Now Braden O'Brien at the plate. 2 on, 2 outs. O'Brien takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. He's the 7th Mustang to bat here in the top of the 5th. O'Brien is single to right field back in the 2nd inning. Lined out to Tommy Caroli in the 4th.
Oh, he owns one of the 3 hits by the Mustangs.
Laurel Highlands now up 3-0 with 2 across here in the top half of the 5th. And O'Brien fouls that one off to even up the count at 1-1.
And you got some activity now in the bullpen for North Catholic. I'm trying to see here. It's number 34. Sinan going down to get loose. Try to see who else is there. So Patrick Sinan, let's see who else is going to throw there. I mean, he's got a couple protectors down there.
Islanders with a goal, even things up with the Pens. 54 seconds left in the first period in that one. And it looks like here, Till, we're going to get a pitching change.
That's going to be it for Stupka.
So Stupka's going to exit, and we'll take a quick timeout. 3-0, Laurel Highlands over North Catholic as we work here in the top of the 5th. We're back in a moment here in the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Going on now at C. Harper Chevy Used. Our customers can drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevyEast.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 cash rate equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Residency restrictions apply. While supplies last. Sale ends June 1st, 2021. Call dealer for all other details at 724-668-2231.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes. Did you know that colorectal cancer is the 2nd leading cancer killer in America, or that it can be prevented by removing polyps during a 30-minute colonoscopy? At SWGI, our board-certified gastroenterologists, Drs. Ruth Hart Calabrese Hoppy and I, encourage you to consider a screening colonoscopy. Call 724-437-7677 or visit swgispecialists.com.
Back here at Graham Sabota Field at Greater Latrobe High School, the new pitcher for North Catholic is Nate Higgins, and he has a pretty good record as well. It's on 4-1 record, 1.33 ERA. This will be his 7th appearance. Higgins has worked 21 innings, given up 18 hits, 7 runs, only 4 of them earned, walked 8 but struck out 30 so far this season. So they have a pretty good 1-2 punch there with Stupka and Higgins.
Without a doubt, Brian. And Higgins going to come in here. An interesting situation. I'm not so sure why they pulled Stupka with a 1-1 count on Braden O'Brien. I didn't
Plus
get
his
that.
arm was sore. There was something else they were seeing out there they didn't like.
I mean, he had 95 pitches. He still had a couple more to go, but I didn't get that with 2 outs and a 1-1 count, but that's just the way it goes. So
now Braden O'Brien at the plate. And as Tony said, a 1-1 count here from now Higgins to O'Brien, with Jack Garbin in as the second baseman where Higgins was at, and a breaking ball and a swing and a miss there from O'Brien. Of course, you had the lefty Stupka, now the righty Higgins, giving the Mustangs a little bit of a different look.
Well, and you're going to have Garbin's going to be in the spot that Stupka had in the batting order.
1-2 pitch on the way to O'Brien. Misses to even up the count at 2-2.
And with 2 outs, like I said, Braden O'Brien looking to pick up his 11th, maybe 12th RBI of the year.
Now the 2-2 on the way to O'Brien. Fastball in there for strike 3. Looked a little low, but he got the call for the punch out of O'Brien. So North Catholic pitchers get back-to-back strikeouts. Stupa sent down Koffler, and now Higgins retires O'Brien. And we will move now to the bottom of the 5th. Laurel Highlands, though, tacking 2 on in that top of the 5th to lead it 3-0 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Casey Sports Cafe, owned by the Vernon family, is located on South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Casey's has reopened for dine-in services with new hours, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Saturday and Sunday 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Meals are home-cooked and range from a variety of steaks, chicken and veal parmesan, liver and onions, along with appetizers, salads, wings, and sandwiches. Casey's offers free delivery in the Uniontown area with purchases of $10 or more. Phone 724-550-4126 for Casey Sports Cafe.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowell's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowellsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Shoffley, Dewey, and Higgins due up for North Catholic here in the bottom half of the 5th. Laurel Highlands now on top 3-0. Joe Chambers now on the mound for the Mustangs. And the first pitch in there for a strike to Shoffley, who walked first time up. And 3 of the 4 semifinalists are now set in 4A. Montour able to hang on and defeat Quaker Valley 6-5. So the number 1 seeded Spartans will play the winner of this one tomorrow, 3 o'clock at Fox Chapel. Count now 1-1. A pitch from Chambers. Just a little low. 2-1 now to Shoffley.
Yeah, and we can close the book on Stupka for today. He pitched 4 2/3. Gave up 3 runs. 2 of them were earned. Gave up 3 hits, 7 strikeouts, had 4 walks. One of those was intentional to Nick Kumar.
2-1 pitch on the way. Big time swing and a miss there from Shoffley, even up the count at 2-2.
So he would be the pitcher of record right now for North Catholic.
Now the 2-2. Chambers to Shoffley. Breaking ball. Just missed. And we're full of 3-2.
Ooh, it didn't miss by much. He snapped that one off a little bit extra. Just tailed on the inside a little bit to Shoffley, but beautiful pitch there by Chambers.
Now the 3-2 on the way. Comes back with a fastball for strike 3. So it used the breaking ball so effectively, but that time came with the fastball for the punch out.
Tell you what, though, that breaking pitch sets up that fastball right there, and it looks like when he comes back with that fastball after that breaking pitch, it looks like it's about 10 miles an hour faster than his fastball really is.
Now Sean Dewey at the plate. Dewey 0 for 2 today. First pitch from Chambers, breaking ball in there for a strike. Dewey did get on, though, after the strikeout in the first inning after a pass ball.
You know, flew out to right fielder Fleazard, too, with 2 runners on there in the second.
Kind of even at 1-1 after that pitch missed low.
And as we said, North Catholic went through their order in the first 2 innings, but now in the 5th, Dewey just coming to bat for the 3rd time. So Chambers really settled down.
Chambers now behind, 3-1.
So here's some interesting numbers for Dewey, Brian. He has 10 base on balls and was hit by 11 pitches.
Wow. Don't see that too often. That pitch in for a strike.
With 13 stolen bases.
Wow.
I mean, that's a leadoff hitter for you right there.
See if Chambers can work the strikeout. Breaking ball. Oof. Missed the low and outside. Correction count was 2-2, not 3-2. Now we're full of 3-2.
Yeah, and that was a nice pitch. Tough pitch for Dewey to take right there.
So now the payoff pitch of 3-2 to Dewey. Fastball, strike 3 again. So 2 punch outs from Joe Chambers with the fastball here in the bottom of the 5th. Now nobody on with 2 outs, and Laurel Highlands up 3-0. And Nate Higgins coming to the plate. Higgins walked back in the first inning, flew out to Caden early in the 3rd.
You know, what's kind of interesting is these guys now, they're sitting curveball on those 3-2 pitches.
Another pitch in there for a strike, 0-1, and he's done a nice job mixing things up. Now he's really going to have the guys guessing the rest of the way.
Yeah, because, I mean, we've seen him throw a breaking pitch with a full count how many times? And now he's coming in and just busting that fastball on him.
0-1 pitch, breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-2. Chambers looking to strike out the side here in the bottom of the 5th.
He's in the groove right now, there's no doubt.
What do you have his pitch count at unofficially, Tone?
Unofficially, I have him at 76.
The 0-2 here, fastball, actually a little slider even there. A little more velocity on that breaking ball that kind of sunk at the end.
Yeah, and you got to be careful. Higgins. Good hitter.
1-2 on the way, and this ball chopped to third, and it's a fair ball. Got past Braden McKnight and bouncing around there down the fence line on the left field line. D'Amico's relay in to Nick Kumar, but it's a stand-up double for Nate Higgins here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, that's our first hit of the game, Brian. So Chambers was carrying another no-hitter into the 5th.
Higgins breaks it up.
Yeah, Higgins with the double.
And now you have Drew Doherty at the plate. Doherty got on with a fielder's choice in the first inning and then walked in the 3rd. Riding here from the left side as North Catholic looks to get a run back. First pitch, a fastball in there for a strike to Doherty. North Catholic stranded 2 in the first, stranded another 2 runners in the 2nd and 1 in the 3rd so far. They've stranded 5 so far in this game. And now the 0-1 on the way. Breaking ball. A little inside, evens things up at 1-1.
Yeah, and really not a big lead at second for Higgins. Chambers right now just needs to concentrate and work on the hitter Doherty. Just try to get out of this inning.
Never said it was going to be easy, Tone.
It never is.
1-1 on the way now to Doherty. Fastball. Misses inside. Count out 2-1.
Yeah, those 2 times right there. It looks like he took a little different motion, and obviously now he's pitching from the stretch too, whereas he was winding up on the first 2 hitters, but just looks like he was a little bit off balance on those 2 pitches.
Now he'll step off the mound.
Yeah, at this point I wouldn't worry about that guy. You've got 2 outs. Just work on this hitter. He's a good hitter, 357 on the year, no home runs, 12 RBIs.
Doherty fouls that one back. Count now even at 2-2. And you have a 3-1 lead as well at this juncture of the game. I think you worry about the run at second a little more if it's a 1-0 game instead of a 3-0 game.
Exactly. So at this point, like I said, just throw strikes and let your defense do the work behind you.
Now the 2-2 pitch on the way to Doherty. And Doherty swing and a miss, but it hopped away there again for McLean. It's going to be a tough play. And the ball's just floating around back there, and Joe Chambers finally tracks it down. And they might get a run across here, Tom. I thought they might say that ball went out of play.
No. I'm not exactly sure what. I mean, it hit the umpire, and it got away from McLean. He couldn't find it at all. And the umpire is basically saying that the runners need to stay there, but I'm not exactly sure why. Now, that's the 9th strikeout for Chambers, but more importantly now it puts runners on the corners. And with a dangerous hitter in Primrose coming to bat.
You see that happen now 3 times in this game. North Catholic benefiting twice, the Mustangs benefiting once. And now you have Primrose batting .340. And he represents the game-tying run right now with a .340 average, 2 homers and 17 RBIs.
Well, yeah, and he hit a home run against Elizabeth Forward in that game on Wednesday of last week. So you got to be careful.
Chambers from the stretch. First pitch to Primrose. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Primrose had a little check swing, pulled back, but the pitch was in there for a strike nonetheless. And Primrose has gone down swinging at strike 3 twice in this game.
Well, and I think the big thing, too, Brian, you see the ball getting past these catchers, and that's a beautiful breaking pitch right there.
Count now 0-2.
Now, you got Primrose right now, and you got to figure, is he thinking he's going to get a fastball here? Is he going to get a breaking pitch? And he doesn't really know exactly what he's going to get now.
0-2 pitch now. Chambers to Primrose. It's a breaking ball that just missed a little low. Dipped a little bit too quickly there. Blocked by McLean.
Yeah, but what I was going to say was we've seen 3 batters get on base via the strikeout. But the catchers, once this ball hits off of this artificial turf, you don't know where it's going to go. You know, at least other places you're blocking it in the dirt and it's staying in front of you. But here, you don't know where it's going to go. So that's really the difference.
Now the 1-2 on the way, and this ball is chopped on the left side. Tough play here for McKnight. One hopper over to first, not in time. Infield RBI single for Tyler Primrose, and North Catholic gets a run back.
Yeah, and there wasn't really anything right there that McKnight could do. Just a slow roller. And Primrose with an RBI. That's his 18th of the year.
And Rocky Kopak now coming to the plate.
On right now. Fortunately, Doherty stayed at second on that throw. You would have thought that he might have tried to get to third. Just took a long time for McKnight to get to the ball, which he really didn't have a chance to make a play.
Now a courtesy runner here. Patrick Synan on for the catcher Primrose. So Synan running for Primrose. And at the plate, Rocky Kopak takes ball 1 from Joe Chambers.
And Kopak, 316 hitter, 0 for 2 today, lined out to McKnight at third to end that first inning.
Kopak, well-hit ball here, getting through into center field. On the play at Caden Early, relay coming in and holding at third. Surprisingly, there was Doherty.
Wow. I'm not going to question that, but wow. I mean,
you're down 3-1, 2 outs in the inning.
I'm sending him, man. But, hey.
Bases loaded now. Tommy Caroli at the plate.
Now here's the thing. You've got 25 pitches. He's thrown 88 pitches so far. Let's see what Smitty's going to do here.
You got Joe
Do
LaPresta
you go to
out.
Nick? I'm sorry, yeah, LaPresta out there.
Yeah, and if you keep Nick under 25 pitches today, he could go again tomorrow. And you'd like to use him, I'm sure, as your starter if you win today. But, of course, you got to win today to get to tomorrow.
Yep. Tomorrow doesn't matter if you don't win today.
Correct. And you look at that Montour-Quaker Valley game, a 6-5 game there, and I'm sure both of those teams were in a similar situation, too, with having to decide which guys they're going to put in.
This is going to be a big play here, though, because without Doherty going, I mean, that's huge right now. And you're going to bring up a freshman in this situation.
Tommy Caroli, yep.
You know, and
freshman
basically,
shortstop.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. Tough spot.
Has a .412 average and fouls off the first pitch. He's behind 0-1. And that was the first run that Chambers has yielded over his last 5 starts.
Yeah. Tell you what, man, he's been throwing great for the Mustangs, no doubt.
0-1 now to Tommy Caroli. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. And Caroli now behind 0-2. The thing is, too, Tone, I think Doherty would have been able to be safe at home as well.
Tell you what, Early came up throwing. I mean, he did a nice job of charging the ball and getting it there. And, I mean, he hit the cutoff man right where he wanted to on the mound.
Now the 0-2 pitch, high. Count moves to 1-2. But you need the other side of that, though, too. You need the cutoff to hit home plate. You need the tag to be made. And
well,
a lot goes into that.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, well.
We'll see what happens here. 1-2 pitch now on the way to Caroli. Chambers delivers. It's a breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike 3. So just minimal damage done here in the bottom half of the 5th. North Catholic strands 3 again, but they do get a run back. It's 3-1 Laurel Highlands over North Catholic after 5 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family-owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
Going on now with Steel Harbor Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit charborchevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 cash rate equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Residency restrictions apply. While supplies last. Sale ends June 1st, 2021. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases. But most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis.
We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation, and there are no fees until you receive money on your case.
If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Phone 724-437-2799.
Primrose Acton Hinola back here at Graham Sabota Field at Greater Latrobe High School. Laurel Highlands a 3-1 lead over North Catholic. Now on the top of the sixth, Carson D'Amico, Joe Chambers, and Braden McKnight due up for the Mustangs. D'Amico to lead things off. First pitch low from Nate Higgins. Count at 1-0. And Nate Higgins on in relief of Justin Stupka in the top of the fifth inning.
Yeah, came in a tough situation and got a big out.
1-0 pitch. Just a little high. 2-0 now to Carson D'Amico.
And as you said, D'Amico walked his last plate appearance. Was stranded.
2-0 pitch and therefore a strike. Now 2-1. Higgins to D'Amico. But Higgins two productive D'Amico, two productive at-bats.
Right.
2-1 on the way, and D'Amico ripped there, but right at the glove of Jack Garbin, who actually came on in place of Higgins playing second base after Higgins took them out in relief of Stupka to retire Carson D'Amico for the first out of this top of the sixth.
Yeah, just one of those Adam balls hit him right at him. Garbin perfectly positioned to get the out.
Now Joe Chambers at the plate trying to help his own cause here with the Mustangs up 2. First pitch a fastball in there for a strike. Counted 0-1.
Chambers has flown out twice to right fielder Shoffley in his 2 plate appearances.
Now the 0-1. Chambers. Bouncer here to Doherty at third. Throw over to first and sliding into first head first was Chambers, but not able to beat it out. Rocky Kopech able to make the grab over there at first, and Chambers retired.
It was interesting. I don't know if I agree with that decision there because you're going to kind of stick on the turf a little bit, but he made the play a lot closer than I thought it was going to be.
Now 2 outs here in the inning.
Coming to bat, McKnight. We're waiting for the batter here.
It would be McKnight's spot. He's talking to Mike Smith.
Gotcha.
Laurel Highlands acting head coach tonight.
Yeah, McKnight got on a base on balls and went down on strikes the last time up. So Higgins in relief is doing a nice job so far for North Catholic.
McKnight from the left side. First pitch misses for ball 1.
He's retired the 3 batters he's faced so far.
Update on the Pens game. Pens now up 2-1 on the Brian Rust goal. 12:23 mark of the second period. Again, as soon as we wrap up this one, we'll get you out there for the Pens and Islanders game 5. The best of 7 series. The series tied at 2-2. Another pitch in there for a strike. Higgins to McKnight. And you're right, Higgins looking very comfortable out there, Tone.
Yes, he does.
A swing and a miss from Braden McKnight. Now 2 strikes on Braden.
And Higgins, he's a senior, so he will not be back next year. I was going to say, be a nice 1-2 punch with him and Stupka coming back next year for North Catholic.
This will be his last hurrah and staying alive. McKnight fouling it off on the left side.
Yeah, they're trying to extend their season, no doubt. Trailing the Mustangs, but still 6 outs to go and 6 outs to get for the Mustangs.
And as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning, it'll be hitters 7, 8, and 9, Stupka, Alexander, and Shoffley for North Catholic.
Actually, it'll be Garbin in Stupka's
correct, you're
spot,
right, yeah. But Stupka being out of the game now.
Yep.
3-2 to McKnight outside for ball 4. So 2-out walk issue to Brady McKnight. And the Mustangs with a base runner here in the top half of the 6th inning. Trying to make something happen here with 2 outs.
Early singled his last time up. Was able to score on Alex McLean's single.
And he'll let the first pitch sneak in the strike zone as he falls behind 0-1.
In tough sky right now. The lights are on, but
the sun beginning to set.
Yeah, it's tough for the hitters right now, I think.
Kind of even at 1-1 here to Caden Early.
Kopak going to hold McKnight on.
And Early with this atom bomb in there to left. High in the sky, but the catch made there by Ryan Shantz for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Mustangs strand 1. We'll move to the bottom of the 6th, 3-1. Laurel Highlands over North Catholic here in the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Spring forward to home construction season. First Federal of Greene County's variety of construction and improvement loans puts you in charge of your dream home project. First Federal gives you all of the tools you need with construction loans, owner-builder loans, FHA Title I improvement loans, and home equity loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at firstfederalofgreene.com. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? M&R Transit is now hiring van drivers. Van drivers must be 26 years of age, have a valid driver license, and a clean driving record. Van drivers must be able to obtain all clearances. For more information, call 724-439-3164. That's 724-439-3164, or apply in person at M&R Transit, 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue. M&R Transit wishes the Laurel Highlands Mustangs good luck.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Back here at Graham Sabota Field, so the Mustangs making the move to the bullpen and bringing in Nick Kumar here for the bottom half of the 6th inning. Ty Sankovic now playing short, and Joe Chambers, who was pitching, now playing second base.
You kind of had to do that, Brian. You had Chambers, my count, unofficially at 92 pitches through 5 innings, so he really wouldn't have been able to go a whole lot longer.
If he can keep Nick under 25 here, and we'll watch that, Tony can pitch tomorrow, assuming his arm feels all right.
Well, here's the thing. You got to win today, so I do not blame him for bringing Nick in at all.
And leading off this half inning now for Jack Garbin.
Yeah, Garbin came in, took Stupka's place in the lineup. Whew. Good pitch there.
Count even at 1-1. Looking at Garbin's numbers for the season. Actually, without a hit, Tony. 0 for 3. It's only his 6th plate appearance. And Kumar finds the strike zone. And the count 1-2 now to Garbin.
Yeah, interesting. And only a sophomore.
Now the 1-2, Kumar to Garbin. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Nick Kumar comes in very effective there, getting an out, retiring Jack Garbin. And one away here in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, and
if Nick does get to the neighborhood of 25 pitches, it's going to be very interesting to see what they're going to do.
I tell you what, though,
they do have more activity in the Mustang bullpen.
Yeah.
And Kumar finds the strike zone here to Brady Alexander. Alexander on via an error in the 2nd inning, struck out swinging in the 4th.
Yeah, can't really tell who's down there warming up.
0-1 now on the way to Alexander. Fastball. Now it might have been foul tip. Nonetheless, takes the count to 0-2.
Yeah, Nick, he's just coming in throwing heat.
Doing his thing out there for Laurel Highlands.
Yep. I'll give you the final numbers on Chambers here right after this pitch.
The 0-2 on the way. Breaking ball. Low and in the dirt. Actually low and in the turf. Count 1-2. And I think Nick did throw 2 innings here against Greater Latrobe, if I remember right.
Yes.
Tony, in that non-conference game in late April.
Yep. He started that cold Friday night that we were here.
1-2 pitch on the way. Another fastball right down the pipe for a strike. So 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom half of the 6th.
Yeah, and that was just straight gas right there. Kumar caught Alexander looking, but man, he's bringing the heat right now, and you can see adrenaline's flowing through Nick. I'll go over Chambers' numbers real quick. He pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run. It was earned.
Shoffley takes a strike.
Gave up 3 hits, walked 3 batters, and had 10 strikeouts through 92 pitches in this outing here tonight for the Mustangs.
Another quality start. Current pitcher of record for Laurel Highlands. Kind of even at 1-1. Kumar to Shoffley will be the top of the order. Due up next for North Catholic behind Shoffley as the Trojans finish their 3rd trip through the order. 1-1. This is low. Count now 2-1. Kumar to Shoffley.
You know, it's kind of interesting, Brian. You're in a situation here where Nick is trying to get through the game, but he's also trying to limit his own pitches so that he can throw
tomorrow,
more.
yeah.
You know, it's like you're kind of working in your own head right now.
2-1 on the way. A little high and outside. Count now 3-1. You really can't worry about the pitch count if you're Nick. They'll let the coaching staff worry about that.
Well,
do what you need to do on the mound.
Here's the I mean, like, you got to win. You got to win today. That's it. Tomorrow won't matter.
3-1, and therefore a strike. We're full of 3-2.
I mean, if he can get to that point, I got him at 13 right now unofficially.
This will be pitch number 14. It's on the way, and it's strike 3. So Kumar comes in, 14 pitches, strikes out the side here in the bottom of the 6th. And we'll go to the top of the 7th. Laurel Highlands looking for some insurance. Up 3-1 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes. Did you know that colorectal cancer is the 2nd leading cancer killer in America, or that it can be prevented by removing polyps during a 30-minute colonoscopy? At SWGI, our board-certified gastroenterologists, Drs. Ruth Hart Calabrese Hoppy and I, encourage you to consider a screening colonoscopy. Call 724-437-7677 or visit swgispecialists.com.
Filing for bankruptcy is not something that anyone wants to do. Good people sometimes run into hard times, and they need help. Hi, I'm Dan White with the law offices of Zebley, Mahalev & White, and I'm here to help. If you're faced with insurmountable debt and are out of options and you need help, give our office a call today. Allow us to help you understand your rights and options under the law. Filing bankruptcy is not the end of the road, and if you're struggling with debt, it very well could be a new beginning. So stop worrying and take action. Give our office a call today at 724-439-9200 or click on zeblaw.com for more information. Zebley, Mahalev & White, local attorneys helping local people. Let us help you fix your life.
Here we go, moving to the top of the 7th inning, 3-1. Laurel Highlands on top of North Catholic. It's Stankovic, Kumar, and McLean due up in the top half of the 7th. In the bottom half of the 7th, North Catholic will at the top of the order, Dewey, Higgins, and Doherty. First pitch swinging here, sent foul on the left side by Ty Stankovic, who's 0 for 3 in this game, but did get on last time up on the pass ball for strike 3.
Yeah, and scored a run on that wild pitch.
Correct.
Which brought across the 3rd run for the Mustangs.
Could be a key run right now. Yeah, Nick Kumar on in relief of Joe Chambers through 14 pitches in that 6th inning. He could throw 10 in the 7th and pitch tomorrow if needed.
Be interesting to see what they do.
0-2 here to Ty Stankovic, and Ty fouls it off. And again, you did have some activity in the Mustang bullpen last half inning.
We couldn't tell who it was. I mean, obviously you're trying to look through 4 different screens here to try to figure that one out.
0-2 to Ty, grounded here to first. Backhand and stepping on first is Rocky Kopak for the first out of the inning, 3 unassisted.
Kopak, nice play by the big fella right there.
Yes.
Ball was down the line. He showed a lot of range. He was playing well off the line. Kind of surprising, too, for the left-hander Sankovic, but he was giving him a lot of room, but able to get over there and make the play.
Now Nick Kumar at the plate. Senior shortstop batting .511 with 3 homers and 21 RBIs. He was walked intentionally last time up. 0 for 2. Couple of flyouts to Higgins, who was then playing second base. And this one pops up on the right side.
It's going to get out.
Right along the fence line and out of play.
Yeah.
Counted 0-1.
Yeah, he's just dropping his shoulder just a hair. You can tell he's got a couple pop-outs so far here today. Intentionally walked, but popped out to the second baseman twice. Higgins, whenever he was there.
Now the 0-1. Higgins to Kumar. Swing and a miss, and 2 strikes on Nick Kumar.
Yeah, kind of uppercutting a little bit. But that's the swing where you can knock him out.
Now the 0-2 on the way. Higgins to Nick Kumar. Higgins taking his time. Pitch on the way. Fastball, and Nick rips it. Look out here. Deep to left field. That ball over the wall and gone. Solo home run, Nick Kumar. Second time he's homered to this park, and the Mustangs up 4-1.
And what did we say? That's the pitch right there. He was kind of swinging up, and you could see that the whole time. And he just caught that pitch perfect. Nice job by Nick.
4th home run of the season for Nick. Now has driven in 22. Change the score again. It's 4-0. Check that, 4-1. Laurel Highlands over North Catholic. 3-run lead now for the Mustangs here in the top of the 7th.
And that's huge right there. And you can kind of see the sails of the North Catholic teams like, okay, now we really have our work cut out for us.
And you knew it was gone because the left fielder Ryan Shantz just looked back and watched it sail over the wall.
Turned and watched it go.
That one high and inside to Alex McLean. Count now 2-0, and you wonder, is Higgins rattled a little bit here?
I'll tell you what, there's not much you can do right there. He threw a good pitch. And as we said, Nick had that swing today. He just missed the first 2 pitches whenever he popped out to the second baseman. And, we just said it. He had that uppercut swing here today, and he got the perfect pitch to knock it out.
3-0 pitch to Alex McLean, and therefore a strike now 3-1. And if Laurel Highlands can hang on, as of now, they'll play Montour tomorrow at 3 o'clock at Fox Chapel. 3-1 pitch on the way, low and outside for ball 4.
Now you'll have a courtesy runner for McLean. More than likely going to be Gesk.
It is again.
Yep.
CJ has been busy. 3rd time he's been on the run in this game.
That's the second walk issued by Higgins. Here comes Koffler. Koffler coming up. He's 0 for 2 today. Has struck out twice and walked. And was stranded at second base in the 4th inning.
First pitch to Koffler. Misses for ball 1.
And here comes 3 Mustang fans. Well, maybe 3 Latrobe fans, I guess.
Somebody trying to track down that ball for Nick Kumar.
Yeah, they did. They tracked it down for him. So.
And there's another rip from
that's over his
Koffler,
head.
Deep to right, and it'll go bounce out to the side of Shoffley. And Gesk, he will hold up at 3rd. Stand-up double for Zach Koffler.
And a nice piece of hitting right there. Koffler took that pitch on the outside corner the other way. Good job of hitting by Zach, and really, Shoffley had no chance to get that. That ball was over his head as soon as it was hit.
Mustangs want to leave no doubt about the bottom of the 7th inning.
I would agree.
We're going to see another pitching change here for North Catholic. Whole infield coming in. See if they're going to stick with Higgins.
I think at this point you have to ride him.
I mean, Head coach Matt Diesel coming out.
I mean, he gave up that home run and now a double, but he's pitched well. And he's done a nice job in relief of Stupka. But at this point, I'm not so sure I'd pull him. You don't have anybody warmed up anyway. Let it ride.
And they're meeting here. The Mustangs win will be on the air 2:45 tomorrow with our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. First pitch at Fox Chapel, 3 o'clock. For the Mustangs and Montour Spartans, 2 teams that are familiar with one another. They played in the same conference back in 2019.
All right, so do I take a half-day vacation tomorrow, Brian?
You actually have to take bunches going early. Just to work a full day.
Go in early.
We want you there, Tone.
More than likely, I'll be at Fox Chapel.
If you're a little late, I'll get the lineups ready.
I won't be late. I won't be late.
The fans want you there, too.
I don't know about that.
I don't think Gary's making it out, so if you don't make it there, I'm probably solo.
Well, yeah, and I'd hate to see that, especially for a semifinal
I hear
game.
you.
You know,
I hear
it's kind of big.
I think you joined me the last time the Mustangs played a semifinal 2 years ago against Franklin Regional at West Mifflin.
Yes, I did. Yes,
At the
I did.
plates, taking one a little low there is Braden O'Brien. And runners on second and third now after the Koffler double. A runner ready across here in the top of the seventh on the Kumar solo home run.
I think I joined you for all the playoff games, I think. I know definitely at West Mifflin.
Breaking ball, chop foul from O'Brien. Still only one out here in the top of the seventh.
Yeah, I know. It's an interesting inning. But that Nick put a charge in it, and we kind of lost track of the outs.
Yeah. Might want to play more games here at Greater Latrobe. Maybe that could be the new Mustangs home. Well, he's going to be graduating anyways after this year. But
yeah.
That one getting away from the catcher Primrose. Headed to Marietta College. Great collegiate program there.
Yes, sir. Fantastic program. He'll be playing on Mulholland Drive.
Yes.
Our old friend Terry Mulholland.
Count out 2-1. Higgins to Braden O'Brien. Infield in here for North Catholic. They trail by 3. Breaking ball again blocked there by Primrose. Runners hold their positions. First base is open. And you have Carson D'Amico on the on-deck circle.
I'll tell you what, though. I mean, I'm not so sure I would intentionally walk or anything. And they did. Because I tell you what, D'Amico smacked the ball pretty good here today so far.
That will load him up now.
Yep. So that's an intentional walk. The third walk, basically.
I've gotten 2 or 3 text messages saying, Tony does an amazing job. The fans want him tomorrow. He has to go. Tony is the man. Professional analysis.
Please.
So they're doing everything they can, Tony, to get you there tomorrow.
Who was it? Was that my wife and kids? Who said that?
No.
Huh?
There's no Hanuls.
Couldn't have been anybody who...
People you don't know. Count 1-0 now to Carson D'Amico. Higgins 1-0. This ball chopped. Going to short. They're going to go to the force out.
Wow.
Recorded.
I'm not so sure. Woo! Wow.
Jerry needs to run that one back.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that was close right there.
Heads up play, though, from Caroli, sending it down to Primrose.
He did the right thing. There's no doubt about it, but I'm not so sure Primrose came down before he crossed the plate.
That was a courtesy runner guess. Goes recorded out at home.
Right.
Now Joe Chambers at the plate. Lead at 3, now 2 outs here in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. I'd like to go back and see that play.
Penn's now up 2-1, end of the second. We'll get you out for the third period as soon as this one wraps up.
Yeah,
nice to get a Laurel Highlands win tonight and a Penn's win tonight.
That would be great.
That pitch missing there to Chambers. Certainly was a fun sports weekend with Phil Mickelson winning the PGA Championship.
Yeah, that was fun to watch, boy.
2-0 now on the way. That one missed and hopped away again from Primrose.
Yeah, Koffler.
Now it's a 3-0 count to Joe Chambers with the bases loaded, so nowhere to put Joe.
Now, and here's the thing. If I'm Chambers right now.
Taken?
Take it. I'm standing on top of the plate right now. I mean, like, I would get as close as I possibly could.
3-0 pitch, fastball in there for a strike as expected. Count now 3-1.
Yep. Squeeze that plate. Make Higgins throw you the perfect strike. Pick up an RBI on a walk.
3-1 on the way, and that one misses for ball 4, an RBI walk for Joe Chambers. And the Mustangs add another one. It's 5-1.
Big inning here. And this team's sparked now because of Nick Kumar's huge home run.
That was Koffler that scored on the play. Lead now at 5-1, and that one hopping away there again from Primrose, and scoring from third is Braden O'Brien to make it 6-1. Now you got a 5-run cushion going to the bottom of the 6th.
Well, and I tell you what, this is probably going to change what the Mustangs were going to do in that inning, because I'm sure that they were going to come back with Nick Kumar. But right now you can go to your bullpen.
Yeah.
You know,
Have
with that
some
big of a
options.
lead, yeah.
Let Nick start tomorrow against Montour.
Exactly.
There's a ground ball going to short. There is Caroli. Throw over to first inside to Kopak to retire McKnight 6-3. But the Mustangs get the insurance they were looking for. 3 more runs tacked on in that top half of the 7th inning. We're at the bottom of the 7th. North Catholic down to their final 3 outs. It will be Dewey, Higgins, and Doherty when we come back. 6-1 Laurel Highlands here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
With the rest of the world, Peachin Pharmacy is following the developments of the COVID-19 pandemic. Your safety is a priority at Peachin Pharmacy. For prescriptions, you have many options. Peachin's offers free delivery, free mail, and curbside pickup. If you come into the store, Peachin's follows all of the CDC and state safety recommendations. As always, if you have concerns about your medications, call 724-626-9600 or visit Peachin Pharmacy inside the Peachin Market in Connellsville or online at peachinpharmacy.com.
It's the grand opening of the new Players Club Restaurant, Hotspot, and Ballroom. New owners Joe and Kim invite you to come celebrate this Sunday starting at 1 p.m. There's a car and bike show with no entry fees, free hamburgers and hot dogs, so bring the kids. Check out their beautiful new deck, hotspot, and ballroom that's perfect for a wedding or party. Plus great food, including pizza and soft-serve ice cream. The grand opening of Players Club Restaurant, Hotspot, and Ballroom, formerly Vendors, Connellsville and Lincoln Street. Sunday starting at 1 p.m.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Back here at Graham Sabota Field, Nick Kumar still on the mound. He can pitch 10 pitches in this 7th inning and come back and pitch tomorrow. The first pitch here to Shine Dewey misses for ball 1.
And as I mentioned to you in the break, Brian, I would have made sure with the official score, not me, but the official score, to make sure that they have the same pitch count that we have for Nick, to make sure that he does not over-exceed where he should be.
I agree.
I mean, to be honest with you, I wouldn't have brought him out for this inning, but that's why I'm broadcasting and not coaching.
2-0 pitch in there for a strike. 2-1 now to Dewey, who's 0 for 3 today. Mustangs up 6-1.
I mean, I realize you got the top of the order. I would not be surprised if he pitches to this batter and he's out.
2-1 pitch, and Dewey chops this one on the left side, and it gets through. A little miscommunication there between Stankovic and McKnight.
You know, Mike McKnight should have taken that ball. I mean, I understand he's going to let it for the shortstop, but he's got the momentum coming over to make that throw. It should have actually made that play. So we're going to have to give a team error, I guess.
We've seen crazier things before, Tony. On Thursday, I did the Brownsville-South Park game, and South Park was up 7-0 going to the 7th, and Brownsville scored 5 runs. So anything's possible. Nate Higgins at the plate takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1.
Now, like I said, at this point, I realize, I mean, you've got a 5-run lead. You do have to think a little bit about tomorrow now.
That pitch misses, evens up the count at 1-1.
But, yeah, you got to watch his pitch count.
Remember, Uniontown led West Mifflin this year 6-1, ended up losing 7-6 going into the 7th innings. Anything can happen. 1-1 pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Higgins now behind 1-2.
Yeah, Higgins got the first hit of the night for North Catholic. They only have 3. Higgins with the only extra base hit, a double, his last at bat.
Now the 1-2 on the way. Breaking ball, and this one on a line in the left, and charging and getting there is Carson D'Amico for the first out of the inning. And I wasn't trying to be Debbie Downer or anything by any means, Tony, but
trying
to be realistic about the situation.
No, you do have to be realistic, but
now 1 out. How many pitches for Nick in this inning?
I've got him at 8.
So you can only pitch 2 more pitches then. He can't go tomorrow.
That's what I'm getting.
And you got Drew Doherty at the plate. First pitch missed for ball 1, so he has 1 more pitch.
Well, let's see what happens.
If he pitches more than this pitch, he cannot pitch tomorrow. Throw over to first.
Yeah, that's interesting call here.
Have to be talking about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
1-0 on the way. Fastball misses low. I'd pull him.
Well, like I said, I don't know what they're.
He's going to stay in.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. 2-0 on the way, and therefore a strike now. 2-1.
Now, like I said, unless I'm.
Oh, you're going to be
really
way off now. Yep.
I don't think I'm off that much. Might have been a pitch or two, but.
Now pitching there for a strike now, or even at 2-2. So who's your starter tomorrow? Broadwater?
I don't know. Let's. It'll be interesting
McKnight,
to see.
McLean. I mean, you have some options out there. O'Brien's pitched a couple innings, but I mean, who are you going to call on tomorrow against Montour now?
And a good hitting Montour team too.
It's going to be interesting during our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show, assuming the Mustangs get the win here today. See what Mike Smith has to say about it.
I agree.
2-2 on the way. And this ball hit high in the air to left and making the grab for the second out of the inning. Mustang left fielder Carson D'Amico. So now 2 away. And Laurel Highlands getting close to a return trip to the WPIAL semifinals for the second time in 2 springs of playing high school baseball.
Yeah, and also the opportunity to get into the state tournament.
Correct. The Mustangs guaranteed at least 2 more games after tonight with a win. Tyler Primrose now at the plate. First pitch to Primrose, swing and a miss. 0-1.
He tried to hit that ball onto Route 30 right there.
And you have Dewey on first. And that pitch missing high and inside. Evens things up at 1-1.
Yeah, it didn't miss by much. 2 outs. No, I don't really understand why Zach Koffler's holding a runner on.
1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Takes the count to 1-2.
I mean, play behind him. All you need is 1 out. You don't need to worry about the runner here.
Mustangs a strike away from a return trip to the semis. 1-2 here to Tyler Primrose. Low and in the dirt. That'll allow Dewey to get down to second. And again, Dewey's run meaningless at this juncture of the game at 6-1.
Exactly. You can't hit a 5-run home run.
No. With 1 guy on base.
Yep. So, like I said, let him go. Let him get his stolen base. There you have it. You need an out, and you need to go home and rest and get ready for tomorrow.
Count 2-2. Comes back with a fastball for strike 3. And Laurel Highlands, a 6-1 win over North Catholic. Mustangs heading to the semifinals. We're back to tell you all about it right after this here on the Sierra Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Port of Uniontown and trade me in.
Is your car trying to tell you something? With summer right around the corner and trade-in values so high and new inventory so low, why not trade it in for a certified pre-owned at Ford of Uniontown? And for your peace of mind, all of our gold certified go through a 172-point checkover. They come standard with a 7-year, 100,000-mile comprehensive warranty. And all of our blue certified come with a 139-point checkover and a 3-month or 4,000-mile powertrain warranty. With over 70 pre-owned units ready to go and financing as low as $299 for 60 months, why not listen to your car and take advantage of a great selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs? That's Ford of Uniontown, top of the hill across from Applebee's. 724-425-5980 or FordofUniontown.com. Must qualify with Ford Motor Credit.
I'm attorney Bill Martin of Radcliffe Law, and I've handled all sorts of workplace accident cases over the past 10 years. When you're hurt at work, your employer's main goal is to get you back to work. But you may not be physically ready to return. If you find yourself in a similar situation, call our workers' compensation team at Radcliffe Law at 724-439-3939. We'll meet with you and answer your questions at no cost. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
We're back here at Graham Sabota Field wrapping things up. Laurel Highlands a 6-1 win over North Catholic. But Tony, certainly an opportunity for somebody tomorrow to come through with maybe a memorable performance and get the Mustangs back to a WPIAL championship game.
I'll tell you what, they're going to have their hands full tomorrow with the #1 Montour team, but it'll be interesting to see who they throw. Like I said, we kind of a little surprised that they had Nick Kumar out for that 7th inning, but did a nice job, and he did pick up the save. But, yeah, we'll have to see what happens. But
your quick recap, we have the Penguins and Islanders coming up next.
Real quick recap. We had the Laurel Highlands Mustangs scored 6 runs on only 5 hits. They made 3 errors today, and they left 9 men on base. The big hit of the game, Nick Kumar's home run, but you also had RBIs from Carson D'Amico on a sac fly, Joe Chambers on a walk, and Alex McLean on a single. So congratulations to the Mustangs. For North Catholic, they scored 1 runs on only 3 hits. All 3 of those hits came in the 5th inning. They committed 3 errors, and they also left 9 men on base. So the Laurel Highlands Mustangs advance to tomorrow to play Montour, and we'll be ready to rock and roll, Brian.
Should be a lot of fun on the air. Those Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show from Fox Chapel High School, 2:45. First pitch set for 3 o'clock. For Tony Hanola, Jerry Dupay, Larry Kumar, and Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. This is Primrose. Have yourselves a pleasant good evening. The Mustangs heading to the WPIAL semifinals with a 6-1 win tonight. So, everybody.
Going on now at Steve Harper Chevy. Our